Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We hope everyone is doing well. We are getting ready to start here. And welcome to the second day of the ATL COVID Lab Tour. So we are excited to be here with Mr. Edgar Munoz at his lab here at Elite Dental Studio. We want to thank Kuraray and Noritake, Larry Zeno for supporting this project. And we actually have a message from Mr. Larry Zeno. So if you just give me a moment here, we're going to share his message right now.
Hi, Larry Zeno of Kuraray Noritake. Thank you for spending some time with us today. I know we're in a little bit of a holding pattern with everything, but look forward to getting back to work normally and taking care of people, and more importantly, taking care of patients. Look forward to spending some time with you today with the help of Hezekiah Morales of Lab Media Today and Edgar Munoz of Elite Dental Studio, who's going to walk us through the many benefits of Kuraray Noritake. Anyway, kick back, enjoy, relax, and let's do this together, all right? Thanks much, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.
All right, thank you, Larry, for being such a great force in this industry and supporting this industry, especially in this time. We are very, very grateful, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow Kuraray Noritake on their Instagram and on Facebook. We have Edgar Munoz, who's going to be answering any questions you may have. Yesterday it was pretty intense. We had a 7-hour day answering questions and just going into so many different things. Just amazing. The questions that some of you folks had were great questions, but something that really called my attention was the fact that there are so many of you folks that contacted us that are in removables and are looking to get into ceramics, and that is very inspiring. And so we will figure something out to get you out some more information. We're gonna get something together for you, like a starter kit or something that you can purchase to get yourself started with Noritake. Great company, great people there. As you've been able to experience yesterday rather, all day, all your questions answered, just great information. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting in just a moment with Mr. Edgar Munoz. He's going to be getting into a little more technicals about what he does. A little continuation actually on what was started at the middle of the day. He already went through the grinding session there, and he's going to explain that. And we're going to go about till 11:30, something like that. And then we're going to do the Spanish. We're going to be answering any questions in Spanish. Para aquellos que están mirando en español, vamos a estar contestando preguntas y vamos a estar hasta la 1 de la tarde con ustedes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for all your support and your questions and all the messages that you've sent, how this type of program is benefiting you and adding value to you. We do have a few more giveaways. We're going to be working on that in the next couple of minutes. We have three more pucks left, right?
Yeah,
so we have three more pucks left. We actually have this brush here, this Kalinsky brush that Mr. Munoz wants to also give away. Anyone that's getting started in ceramics, we want to definitely make sure that you're taken care of. So it's a pretty nice one. It's very, very light. You'll be able to get started with something like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, all the questions that you may have, send them on the live chat on YouTube. If you have any questions, you can also send them on Instagram and Facebook. And we're very excited to get this going. And Mr. Munoz, the floor is yours.
Cool. Thank you so much for everyone being here today. Good morning. If you weren't here with us yesterday, it was a fun day. Yesterday I went over a couple of the different options that you have with zirconia katana. And also we did a little build up for a single central, and we did some opaquing on a non-precious coping using the MP bonder. And again, this is just the bonder is for the non-precious when you need a better bond to the metal, or you're having any issues with greening or yellowing, you would use this MP bonder. So again, we'll kind of go through everything again because we have some questions even now of people asking us, what are you using, and also, you know, what's available in these kits. So again, if you have audio, looks like we have some audio, more volume, so we'll add a little bit more volume. And also, if you have any camera issues, let us know. We're kind of going at it. I'm not looking at the live actual video, just kind of the comments that are coming in and questions. Let's see here. So today, again, we'll start. We're going to, let's see here. We're going to go through the external staining today, and so it looks like we have a little volume issue. So we can add some volume to the live feed if you want to go through. Let's get that fixed before we keep on going.
No, they're behind. Right?
Okay.
They're behind.
Cool.
We're gonna be good there.
Perfect.
Blast it.
So yeah, we'll get that fixed here in a second. Also, so again, like I was saying, NP bonder is what we did yesterday with the coping, non-precious coping, and a single central with ZZR. So we ended up using the shade stain yesterday on this crown. We left it off. I had to grind this on the desk, so I'll end up having to re-grind this. We're going to grind this. I had to grind it, so I'm grinding this maybe separately to show you how I grind and what I use to get my anatomy. And I'll post that later on because we just couldn't get the camera. We had some technical issues this morning, and so we had to switch back to this desk. But I will do that. I'll pre-record it and then we'll post it. I can do that tomorrow, another day. Of what I'm using, again, diamonds, and mainly rubber wheels with diamonds in it, and regular diamonds is what I'm using to grind. But again, we'll go over that in a separate video. Today we're open. It's going to be kind of a relaxed day. We're going to glaze this, stain and glaze this. We'll do a full contour because we've been getting a lot of questions on full contouring, staining, glazing. We'll do a molar. I'll look for one here, and also we'll just be answering questions. It's kind of going to be a day where we're going to start winding this down, finishing this crown, and getting you guys more info. So again, yesterday was 8 hours long, so that will stay on there on YouTube, on Lab Medium TV. It will stay up for you guys to review it and look at it. Again, go back and comment something because when we're live, those comments don't stick at the bottom of the video. So go back, comment any questions you may have, and that way we can actually answer them. So just let us know again. Any suggestion, anything you want to see. Again, we're open to everything. We're going to go from now on, which is what, 9:30. We're going to go from 9:30 to about 12, and then at 12 to 1 again we're going to go through the Spanish. We have a lot of Spanish, so we're going to address that and give just a couple brief within an hour. Again, so thank you guys for coming up. So let's get started. If we have time, we'll do a posterior because everybody's asking as well for a posterior build-up. I got it ready, so if we have time, we'll go ahead and do that. So today, let me get started with staining and glazing this crown. We're going to use the new FC Paste stain kit. Again, yesterday I was telling you guys it's a low fusing kit. It's paste. It's very intense, so you don't need to apply that much of it. We can mix it as well. You can dilute it, so there's other ways to dilute that. Again, it comes basic in A, B, C, D shade range. So again, it's just depending on how much you need, the thickness you apply. That's how you achieve the shade that you're trying to achieve. But again, we're having we're good. Okay, yeah, everybody said we're good back on volume. So Jaime Molinares said buenos dias, hello. So buenos dias everybody, good morning. Again, thank you for coming back. Again, comment below how you guys are doing this morning. What did you learn yesterday? What you guys want us to show today? So again, we're this 750 Celsius. It fires at. You can use it on lithium, so it's a multi-use kit. It's not one. Now this is the full advanced kit. You don't need all this. If you don't need it, you can buy the intro kit. It's a lot smaller, but this does come with all your blues, your grays, mamelon, cervicals, double glaze as well. So we have a regular glazed and a clear glazed. Regular glaze is, you know, again, a little bit foggy, and your clear glaze is literally really clear. Depending on what you're trying to achieve, reflection of light, you can use one or the other. Same thing, we have fluorescence. I usually add this to this. I was commenting to Hezekiah yesterday, in Atlanta we have a lot of nightclubs, a lot of gatherings, so there's a lot of black light in these clubs, so we use a lot of fluorescence, especially on full concerts or Cunha. We'll add these, that way when these younger kids are getting these crowns in these night lights, they don't look like they're missing a tooth at dark. So we do use this. So again, everything I use today is, you know, it might apply to your area depending on where you live. Again, it's what country you live in, what area you live in. There's different kind of staining, smoking, coffee habits. There's different habits in different places of the world. The water minerals, you know, those all affect. So what I apply today, you can either use it or play with these kits and achieve your results. But anything is possible. Again, you got values, blacks, dark grays, blues, greens, anything. Again, you can make your own shades, you know, using red, yellow, brown. So again, good thing to use. Today, we're basically going to use an A+. Yesterday, we built up on an A1. So we're trying to achieve an A2, A1 shade on this single central. So we're just a little bit more chroma on it. We're not using fluorescence today, but I'll mix it today just to show you. Clear glaze, and we'll do a little bit of blue for translucency. Here's regular blue. Now there is two blues. There's a blue and a bluish gray. So you can mix them as well 1-to-1 if you need to. If the bluish gray is a little bit too gray, you can get lower or vice versa. So again, these are okay to mix together. Make your own ratios. Learn your technique. Don't be afraid to mix them. Again, wherever you apply these, you're going to see that these will stick and they will not move or slush. Very good. These are very, very good. Again, that's why I love it, and they're low fusing, so you can use them for add-ons. I take this kit usually when I do custom shading, and I've already got the restoration finished. I'll go in because I don't want to melt my anatomy, so we'll use these low fusing. We also do still have high fusing stained glazes, so those are available. I do use high fusing on my regular restorations, and then sometimes I'll go back and do touch-ups with these loose fusing, or these again portable kit. So let's see what we can do today. Any questions? Let's get some questions or anything before we start glazing, or wait for a couple people that are coming in. Let us know what's going on in your area, how everything is over there. So today, we're going to keep it simple today. Kit also, some people ask what liquid you use. They use the ES liquid as well, external stain liquid. Remember, that's water-based. Do not mix it with IS. And you'll see today, I'll take it out of the jar just to make sure I'm not contaminating the full jar. Sometimes we get in a rush, sometimes we do. And we got bottles on our desk all over the place, just like this. And we're working. What you don't want to do is grab the wrong liquid, pour it into the bottle, and now you got a contaminated or mixed with the wrong liquid solution in there. So try to mix them out of the on a slab or whatever mixing tray you may have. It makes life a lot easier. That way you're done, just apply a little small amount. You can do 1-to-1 ratios. When you're done, just throw it away. The next day or next crown, you can start all over. Look, any questions? I'm looking at the feed, anything on Instagram. And yesterday, this is the crown we built here. I ended up grinding it. I've prepared it for external glazing and staining. So again, basically to prepare these, I end up doing my anatomy and getting everything where I need to be, and then I simply just diamond it, just smooth everything out, and then I'll kind of rubber wheel. I'll use a white silicone rubber wheel, and I'll just kind of smooth it out. I don't want to shine. What I use is very light on these, and getting any kind of glazy look to it, kind of smoothing it out, and getting my final touches to this. Again, we did do a crack line, 2 crack lines on this, two different colors. So I'll take some pictures after we're done of this crown, and I'll even use this model to show you guys what our results were. That way, because I know we don't have a close-up macro picture of this, but that way you can see it a lot better. Today, again, it's going to be more of the fundamentals, the foundation of how to use these. And then as we go on during this year, I'll start posting some more mixed ratios, a little bit better on why I use incisal and how I get incisal translucencies, better information on this, because today we have 4 hours left, so we'll kind of be answering questions, giving away things, so time will pass by really fast. Again, whatever you guys want to know, question it, put it down below in the comments, so Hezekiah can look. I'm also looking at these during the day. Technical issues, let us know. But let's start today and get this ready. I'm gonna say hello to everybody that's out there. Let's see who's out there. You see anybody out there? Hezekiah? A couple people. I know. Thank you so much for Larry Zeno, Noritake, Munoz, Stephen Klein, everybody out, the team. They're really easy to work with. So anything you need, just ask them. You can find them on Facebook. If you need anything, let me know as well. I can forward the message. So let's see here. All right. So let's start here. What I'm gonna do today is actually, I usually when I apply these, I will do my staining first, and I will set that, fire it, and have it set. Then I'll come back and I'll do my glazing. Clinical side, they do want to do both. You can do that. You can mix these with 50-50, like 50 glaze and 50 of your stain mix, and apply together, and you can glaze and stain it together as well. But I like to set everything first, make sure it looks correct, chroma value and everything is good, and then I just seal it with my stains. Again, these are ceramics, so yeah, you can have a good bond to your regular porcelain buildup or zirconia as well. 750 Celsius, again, very low fusing, very good temperature, fast firings. Again, we'll go in here.
Hello, Bellem, Newton, Edgar that just logged on Instagram. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Again, you'll see me using very small amounts. I don't use a lot. I use what I need. That way, at the end of the day, or I just throw it away. It goes away. I don't want to be using these over and over, because you do leave them out. Again, there's moisture in the air. Depending on where you live, here in Georgia, it's very humid. So, and we also got compressors in the labs that give out. The air has moisture, and oils in it, contaminants. Especially if you haven't cleaned out your air tanks recently. When you start spraying and using those air cleaning and air shooting guns, they do blow out air. So again, just depending on where you live, try to keep everything clean, closed, and covered. Even your water, if you leave it overnight and you come back the next day, you can actually look on top of your water where oil's actually in your water, and that's coming, you can never actually see it. So again, it's not every lab. Some labs have different filtration systems, but again, just be careful with all that. So again, that's why I use small amounts. So we're just gonna apply them on here. Again, I use a zirconia spatula. I just make these now. I was losing them everywhere. Now you can just make them. Just use. I use after I'm done with my pucks on the outer rings. I actually will just cut some zirconia into flat spatula pieces, and then I'll sinter them. I just started adding colors and added it to them. But this one was a STML. I mean, it won't break. Just grab an old brush, cut the brush, and just glue on that spatula, and you just got a ceramic spatula. Again, it's easier than plastic. Plastic sometimes just bends a lot and it wears. These just last forever. And like I said, we all have these extra zirconia. Just cut chunks and just make them yourself. But again, very easy. So let's do blue. We'll add a little bit blue in this crown. Again, there's no ideal tooth we're matching today. We're kind of just showing you how to use this. We're not really looking for a match, or we're not color matching a tooth. In the future, we'll do something. I'll take a clinical case, and we'll try to match it. And then once doctor seats it, I'll show you the results as well. Again, me and Hezekiah's gonna teach me a little bit more about getting all this vlogging. There's a lot of equipment involved with getting this stuff going. Like this morning, some technical issues we gotta make. YouTube has to work with us too, so it's a little difficult. But we'll start doing a little bit more live on my side. So just again, give me some feedback of what you guys want to see. And I'm going to mix 50-50 glaze and 50-50 of the fluorescence. We don't need it because we do have ceramic on this, but we'll just add it for today's. Yeah, these are all going to stay up on live. I'm actually on Lab Media TV's YouTube channel. Anywhere else has it, that they'll be able to find some more info, or you can suggest.
Yeah, send us messages on there on Instagram, Facebook. We connect with a lot of dental technicians through Facebook as well. So just send us messages there. Let's connect. Like, subscribe to Noritake, Kuraray Noritake. Like and subscribe, and follow Elite Munoz, Elite Dental Studios, and Lab Media TV, and also make sure every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time you are tuning into the Dental Today podcast. If you are a podcast enthusiast, you can definitely find us on Apple Podcasts if you have an iPhone, or if you have an Android, you can find us on Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're all on there, so you can find us there. And if you like the visual experience, you can certainly look on our YouTube channel and find all the interviews are actually in a visual setup.
Yeah, thank you again, again for everyone's here with us this morning. It's good to just be relaxed with these difficult times with this virus. So again, we slowed down like everybody else. Y'all are probably practicing the social distancing, but again, we want you to know that you're not alone. So we're here as well. We're here to help. And right now, again, we were talking about this yesterday. It's a good time to sit in your desk and just enjoy this like we used to. Because I know on my lab, I was so busy, I wasn't enjoying it as much. I was just pumping out work, boom, boom, going out. Sometimes I couldn't even take a picture. And that's why I haven't posted any actual photos lately. So I just didn't have time to even take a photo anymore. So I know some of us were wishing for this, so we gotta watch out what we wish for, because now we got the rest. Because I know some of us were working long hours, 12, 15-hour shifts, and we got it. So now the rest is here. Let's practice now that we're here. Any of you that want us to try to do these lives, remember, there's always somebody out there that's behind you and learning. Like again, Hezekiah was talking about removable guys are coming into the ceramics, and ceramics are going into removables. So again, things are changing, and I've been telling this for years, that we're going to have to adapt. Things are going to change. You're going to see crowns going clinical side, being milled in the clinical side. And we've got to learn how to adapt instead of looking at it as negative. Help your doctors out to teach them this. Some of you, this is very easy, what I'm going to apply today. For some of you, you've never even seen how to do external staining. So that's why I want to cover the basics. Again, our Noritake team has so many technicians, and again, they're all over. There's multiple skilled from start to finish. Again, Oriol de la Mata, he's in Mexico. I'll post a link to some of his profile. He does a lot of the big ratio mixings, the big external and internal shade techniques. Again, I'm just starting, and I'm starting from the basics today, and I want you to just kind of learn. And we'll grow from this. We'll kind of grow as we go. We'll kind of grow into this. But again, feel free to share your tips. Go online and share it now that we have time. Or if you don't have it, whatever you're learning today, apply it, and then go take a picture, post it, and tag us so we can see that you guys are enjoying this, that you guys like doing this, and that we can keep on doing this. Because if we don't know, and that's why I haven't really done much. Because I haven't gone into this live feeds, but just let us know what you guys want to see. So again, let's do this staining today. Today again, when I start this external staining, I kind of make sure my anatomy is there, everything's good, and I'm set. I'm looking at the chroma, and all you can do is you can get some of the ES liquid and apply it to kind of see where you're at. Let me get a little. If you can't see it, let me know as well. maybe we can do a close-up on it. But again, we want to make sure where we're at with our value, our chroma, and what we're matching. So again, I apply a little bit of liquid. All this liquid, you can just, you'll see me kind of remove it. In reality, it looks like I removed it, but some is still there. Again, I use some of this liquid so I don't have so much friction, and when I'm actually sliding my stain, it's moving evenly. So right now I have it oversaturated with the ES liquid, mainly because I'm looking at where I'm at with my crown. Again, this was a dentin enamel, and we did some internal chroma staining, and then we did a crack line, fracture line, different people call it, and that was about it. Then we lay it over with our opalescent powders and some translucent, and then we fired it, and that's where we left off yesterday. So this is where we're at now. Again, we're not shooting for anything, we're just going to apply a little bit of chroma today. And when we start anything, let's see, any questions? We just have a lot of hellos from different people online. Just hello again. I kind of just dab this off. I'm not actually wiping it off. I'm just dabbing it off. It's still on there. Can't really see it that well, but some is still on there. So, again, today we're just gonna add a little chroma to this. Gonna keep it simple. After we get this done, I may do a molar buildup if we have time. Again, we're running till 12, so. On this, we didn't even add cervicals. We didn't even do any mamelons. Again, we're keeping it simple. So very easy to apply this. I keep it at like a syrup consistency, all my stains. Again, it's your liking, but ideally you want it to syrup. Other people, buggeries, what I heard online yesterday, weird consistency, but so just apply it. Usually I can apply some cervical if I need it. Now, one tip that I learned from Yosa Noato is he does a little bit of salmon pink on his margin, and it makes sense. Especially for it to blend with your tissue. You actually apply it right on the edge of the margin underneath. It helps it, obviously if your tissue is way below your margin, you're not going to do that. But if you got tissue next to your margin or overlapping your margin just a bit, it helps you grab into and adapt and kind of like a camouflage. So he uses that salmon pink, and we do have that salmon pink in the kit. Today we're not going to use it. Actually, we can actually apply some so you guys can see. Let's see salmon pink. Now we do have a couple pinks in this. Then we'll show you a little bit of that tab. We have a salmon pink, and a red. I like the salmon pink one. Now, if you're looking to achieve a darker pink, we do have pink porcelains, and we have modifiers. And also, if you actually really need a lot, you can even apply. I was showing her the shade Stain Salmon Pink. This is a high fusing kind of a liner, and that way it will give you a pink liner. Obviously, if we don't need this on this case, we use it a lot on the big arches, all on 4-on-6 cases. If you need tissue, this is what I use as my base, and I will apply this on my zirconia. I'll do a small cutback on my tissue, apply this liner, and then go in. If I need any internal staining, you can also do internal staining of pink. And we have, again, salmon pink and red for internal staining after this liner. After the liner, then you can apply your porcelains in pink. So there we have many options in this. A lot of people were asking me how I'm doing my pink, so before I forget, I just want to let you guys know and see this stuff. So again, our tissues will run from 1 to 7, and those are pink porcelains. Again, we also do have modifiers, so we've got modifiers. Again, this stuff is really intense. You don't need a lot of it. You don't need to do anything. I don't do any infiltration of pink anymore. I did used to. I like this liner a lot better. The reason why is when you want actual, depth into it, I use a lot of opaque. So this is a little opaque-ish material, so it stops light, it reflects it back out. So what it's doing is shooting, hitting it, and reflecting back out, which it helps a lot with making this look a little bit more real with depth and translucency. So again, we'll go into pinks on another video. I'll just mill and center in full arch. And we'll do it on a future video if you guys want to do that. But today it's just we don't have the time to get back into it so much. But again, all these shade tabs are available through Zon. All these kits are available through Zon. So again, we're just applying a little bit. I'm gonna add a little salmon pink after I do this A plus add to it. Again, all this tooth you're not seeing, again, I'll post it up a little bit later and everybody says we need a better picture of it. I'm sorry, we'll get a macro photo up a little bit later. Got anything we need to know what's coming up next for you?
Yes, for around 11-ish, we're going to 11:30-ish. We're going to be switching to the Spanish, to answer any Spanish questions. Entonces, para aquellos que están mirando en español, aproximadamente las 11, después de las 11 vamos a estar contestando, o Edgar va a estar contestando preguntas para ustedes en el español. Entonces, si tienen preguntas y quieren hacerlo en vivo, lo pueden hacer en vivo. Again, we encourage you, if you'd like to ask a question live, we can have Edgar answer those questions live as well. So if you're sitting at your lab just doing some work and you want to connect here with us, just send me a message here on Instagram and we will connect live. Every now and then I need to I come back to the camera just to make sure that everything is good, and I have to stop shooting here on the phone. But definitely, if you'd like to ask questions and interact live, that's definitely something we encourage.
Thank you, Edgar. Yeah, anything you guys need, we actually can get the actual live call here and then put you on live and you can ask any question, we'll answer it. Again, I'm showing you this right here. Sometimes you'll get some dryness out of it. Just refresh it with some ES liquid. Again, there's already usually liquid in there, but if it's really, really dry, add some in there. Remix it. I leave it kind of dry, just depending, not too dry, but I like mine just to sit there a little drier, and then I dilute it with my ES liquid. But this way, people are asking how, if this dries out, how you can just refresh it. Very easy, just add a little liquid, remix it. I'll actually pour, put some on my lid. You'll see my lid is full of it, but I actually put some that's extra wet on the top, and that way when I come back, it's just the right consistency every time I come back with it. That way you don't have to wet most of it what's in the jar. But very easy. And we're going to use this salmon pink on the margin area. See, Manabu says, hello Manabu, how's everybody doing? So everybody, I can see some of what's going on, and then Instagram is separate, so if I missed you, I apologize. I only got the YouTube feed on here. Yesterday I didn't see much, so I put it on today. Again, this stuff is it can go on full contour. Your regular build-ups with porcelain, your cutbacks, anything you need, and very easy to use. If you see, it's very easy to pick up and apply. But again, some of these single centrals you want it to adapt to your tissue, and I apply a little bit of salmon pink right on the edge of the margin. It's the most minimal. Again, this is something I learned while in Japan, and it makes sense. Sometimes, I guess, again, if you can learn one thing from everybody, it's a good thing. So that's why we're hoping today we can get you one tip, something you can learn and apply in your everyday. And that's the goal, especially right now. I try to do that with everybody. Even somebody that's just starting out, you learn one thing. Let's try to just learn one thing every week and post your work, and then in a year go back and see. You're going to see the biggest changes in your work. You might not see it instantly, but now I go back to 1 year ago and I'm like, whoa, yeah, there's a big difference. So don't be afraid to post your work out. That's the only way you're going to learn, and let people critique it. And if you critique it, just be positive with people. Don't just say, hey, that's ugly, Tell them why, you know, that you think they should make changes, but help people out. Let's help each other. So if you can see it, it's just right on the margin area. Again, that helps you adapt with your natural tissue, and lets the colors just adapt to that crown. So we're good there. So we did chroma, we did A+, and let's work on our translucency on this. See where we're at. Again, these are very, very strong, intense colors. You usually will not use them straight out of the jar like I'm doing. I will dilute them. And you can dilute them with either glaze, white, some values, and mix them that way. Today I just want you to see them being worked. But usually my blue, sometimes I'll dilute a little bit with white or glaze. You can use the regular glaze, which is a little bit cloudy. It'll dilute some of it. Today just do 1-to-1 white with blue. And it's right here in this area here. Again, they're small amounts. You don't need that much unless you're doing a big case. But even then, you don't want it to dry out, so use as much as you need. We'll just add a little bit to the mesial lobe. These colors don't change as well when you follow them multiple times. They stay their true color. So whatever you apply is what you're going to get after it's fired. Again, today we're not doing glaze and stain together. We're actually going to stain first, and then we'll apply a little bit of glaze. And I still go back and I rotor wheel it because I don't like the even, smooth, slick look. I try to get my rotor wheel and I kind of dab it, and I unbreak that even fake look to it. And then I use the pearl polished surface. We'll try to get the camera later out to that side. If not, I might bring my handpiece here and kind of show you how to use this pearl polish. It's a very good polish. Again, it's just like a paste, and it's awesome. But we'll use that a little bit later. But that's the idea of what we're going to do today and the rest of the day. And then answer some questions. Maybe do a quick build up. You won't probably see it finished, but we can do a quick build up on this morning. On my lingo, I like to get a little bit of depth, so I'm going to use, let's see what I have in my kit. So I'm looking for an orange, or I'll use like a maroon orange. This one's already open, so let's use this one. Again, try to get as much information from your doctors. It makes it a lot easier when you're shade matching. And earlier I was showing everybody how I learned how to take those in the keynote and actually cut them into pieces and then kind of get a shade analysis that way, so you guys can kind of map everything before you start and you kind of know what you need to achieve. You try to do all this stuff internally. See, right now I'm trying to get my lingual to color. Ideally, you already want that done. You want all your color, all your chroma, and all your value done in the stage, so you can do minor touch-ups. Like this, I could have probably added this on the lingual internally, and I wouldn't have to do this, and it'd look a lot better with more depth. And I would have applied it on the coping, some orange on there. Again, we didn't do it this time, so I wanted to show you how to do it with this external. But again, internal, that's the good thing about our system, is like it lets you do this stuff in the coping and framework stage with internal staining kit. And again, we used that yesterday, so you can go back to the previous video and go through that. Again, it's the basic of how to use them, but that way you guys can look back and how to use our internal stain kit. So we'll just allow a little bit of stain on this lingual. Any questions? Because I lost the feed. So that's where we're at right now. Again, I used for the last layer to seal this, I used LT Super Luster. It's our super opalescent powder. So we already get a blue effect depending on how the light hits it. If at another different angles, and I'll get into more of this opalescence later as well. With the light wave hitting it differently, you can see like an orange pinkish look to it, or you get a blue effect to it. So it's a very nice. I have a tooth. I posted on Facebook that how I use this, and again, for opalescence in natural teeth is needed. I started using this since it just came out a lot before, and now we also have a super clear, which is our T clear. So go in there, go back to the videos, and you can see the new powders that we came out for. CZR, Noritake came out with CZR and EX3, new translucents and opalescence. Let's use some earth brown today too. Might as well. I like the earth brown. Any questions, Hezekiah?
Yeah, I have a question for you. So
Yeah.
again, and you touched on this a second ago, but so for those that are looking to get into ceramics now, what would be the starter kit that you would recommend, and how can they get that?
Okay, so Noritake has an intro kit. It's an intro kit to that ceramic system. You can get it through Zon, and it has like a dentin enamel. I'm pretty sure it has a LT1 translucent on it. And I think that's the last time I saw the kit. I think it has 1 or 2 extra things in it. So that way you can get that kit at a very low cost and start just getting some teeth done, some crowns, and just practicing and just get the feeling for it. And then you can buy bottles of what you need. Like if you just want to play a couple internal stains, get a couple of replacement ones from Zon. There's an intro kit for this paste stain as well. So there's different intro kits. We'll get with Larry Zeno and we'll post them up. Maybe
Yes.
the item numbers or something.
Yes, I would like all that information
Yeah.
so that we can share it on our page for those that are looking to get into ceramics now.
We've had multiple questions on that of intro kits.
Many, that's right.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had a lot, maybe towards like noon,
Yes.
we had a few.
Yeah. So everybody's interested in these intro and getting into this, so that's a good thing. And again, we'll get with Larry and we'll get some item numbers. They go through Zon. We'll go through Zon and get those as well.
Through Zon, perfect.
Yeah. And again, I don't do pricing, nor does we do. I think Zon does all that. They are a distributor, official distributor, only one. So you can get everything through Zon.
Got it. Sounds great. Good morning, Uncle Bill. Dr. Bill McElveen's from Florida.
Morning.
I call him Uncle Bill, but it's Dr. Bill McElveen.
Morning. Yeah, so again, we're just here, external staining this restoration we built up yesterday. I ended up grinding it already because we couldn't get, we had some difficult getting to the other room, but we will get that maybe done later, and we'll show some grinding. Again, there's a previous live that we did yesterday, so if you weren't here yesterday, it will be available on Hezekiah's
Yeah, Lab Media TV.
Live Media TV.
The channel, the YouTube channel, folks.
All links I'll apply also on my profile. So again, I'm just applying a little bit of liquid and glaze just to get a little bit more stain. It was just a little dry. So we applied so what we did was A+ chroma on this, on the neck of this crown. We did a little bit of where's my salmon pink? Salmon pink. Here it is, salmon pink. We did a little bit of salmon pink on the margin of this crown. Again, that's just to help adapt with the actual natural tissue.
And also, Edgar, excuse my interjection, if you can also, not only this camera, but if you can show it onto the viewers here.
Okay.
Yes, here
Okay.
as well. Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. And so we got some salmon pink. We applied that to the margin area, again, just to camouflage that and adapt that to the natural tissue. And that's some tips you can get from Yosa Noato, and I'll post a link. He's very good. I learned a lot from him. And we did, let's see, some blue for some translucency. Again, just watch out with blue. It will lower the value, so be careful. Dilute it. Don't use it straight out of the jar unless you really have to. Because sometimes I've had cases where I had to. use a lot of glue. So again, try to dilute it and just be careful. But anything you apply is what's going to come exactly out of the furnace. They don't increase or decrease in the color. They don't burn out. It's actual ceramics. So good bond. You can also use the glaze to add a contact. You can use the glaze in a thick consistency, and I'll add small contacts because this is porcelain ceramic. So it's good little tips to use. I use again for custom staining in office. We used a little bit today of some Mamelon 1. It is right here, Mamelon 1 orange. Just because it was already opened, didn't want to open the 2 on this kit. This is the demo kit, so I'll keep everything closed as much as possible. But we used that today.
So, Dr. Bill McKelvey is saying, I missed it. Is this just staining or layering also?
This today that we started is just staining and glazing. I was saying earlier, for clinical side, you guys probably want things faster, so you can actually do stain and glazing together. What you would do is just take your A+, that you're going to add chroma, and mix it 50-50 with your glaze. Again, really quickly, we do have 2 different glazes. We have a clear glaze and a regular glaze. Clear glaze is literally clear, like it says, and then the regular glaze is a little bit more milky, a little bit foggy. Again, it's just to your liking and what you want to do. I like the clear glaze is what I like to use. And again, easy, 750 Celsius, very fast firing cycle, low fusing, so it's good for regular offices. And again, we are doing it today step by step. So we're going to be staining, and then I'm going to glaze it. And that's just the way I do it here in the laboratory. And then I'll hand polish it after here with a rubber wheel and some paste. Again, we have pearl surface. You can get whatever paste you have is fine, and Robinson brush and a white silicone wheel is all you need to polish these. I'll try to get that also for you doctors out there, how to polish these manually, because you know a lot of questions came in yesterday on pearl effect. So if you are getting a pearl effect, it's again, remember, you're pushing down too hard and using too high of an RPM, so heat is creating that pearl effect. So if that happens, just get a diamond it off, and then start all over at a 4,000 RPM or lower. Again, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to get a better looking non-pearl effect. So that's just a quick, before we get into that, if you miss it later. Easy way to just polish it. Also, we did get green state polishing, so people are polishing these before they're sintered. It can be done, just stay at a low RPM. I don't like that. Sometimes what will happen, you'll see, is you'll get the actual chroma to get darker. You'll have the crown get darker. So when it comes out of the furnace, you pretend you have an A1, it'll come out like an A2. And again, it's heat related. So just to keep it simple, it's heat related. Just watch out with that heat and RPM. And again, I'd rather let you do that after it's sintered. It's a lot easier, it's a lot better. But again, if you really want to do it, just keep that RPM really low. Again, so let's continue with this. We're going to add a little bit of staining on the lingual on this of earth brown, these little indentations. Again, I'm trying to keep everything simple because we got all different kind of technicians in here. We got advanced to intro, and terminology wise, sometimes we get a little confused. Even just saying chroma value, sometimes it confuses people. And again, don't feel bad if you're not, if you don't know these little terms. Just start learning, and then again, we'll start adding more to it. And I know it's a little bit, you know, some of in the removables don't really have to worry about it. And plus, you work with different materials like acrylic. So just be patient with ceramics. It's a whole different animal, but once you get it, it just clicks, and you'll be fine. Again, this is something, hopefully it's helping you guys out. And I use a lot of this earth brown here. I love earth brown. It's very intense though, so you gotta watch how you're applying this. Again, usually you want to dilute it. Today I don't want to confuse you on diluting, and then you go back and you're like, what was the ratio on this, what was the ratio on that? Not the point today. So but ideally you don't want to use them out of the jar. Dilute them with white, glaze. There's different ways to dilute these. So just again, just try them out yourself. So today we're using just the earth brown and some oranges. Giveaways. So people are asking about giveaways. How are we doing that? Hezekiah. giving them. They just gotta log in to Instagram. How's the giving away?
So, the way we're gonna be doing the giveaways towards 11 right before we get into the Spanish. What we're gonna do is, if you would like to try out one of the pucks, we still have 3 pucks that we'd like to send over to you, the Noritake pucks, so that you can try them out. What you would do is, number 1, send your name, number 2, your email, number 3, your address, and number 4, the phrase zirconia puck. That way we know what we're going to be putting you in that drawing for. And then what we're going to do is, as soon as that time starts approaching, in about 30 minutes, so we're going to do it 30-45 minutes, we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to get the winners out for that. So number 1, your name, number 2, email, number 3, your address, number 4, the phrase zirconia puck. Alrighty, folks. Also, make sure you follow Noritake, Kuraray Noritake USA, Kuraray Noritake Dental, and Kuraray Dental. Alright, Elite Dental Studios, Elite Munoz, Lab Media TV.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mr. Christian Rose is on. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you, brother.
How's everybody doing? Everybody that came in. I see a couple people coming in.
Chris, you've got to give me a call back, man. We've got to do that podcast.
Cool. So again, we're working on the legal staining.
The best.
I applied a little bit of staining on lingual. So I used earth brown. I actually used a little bit of orange, Mamelon 1 orange right in the center, and a little bit of earth brown just to get a little bit of staining for them. On the incisal edge, I'm going to use a little bit of orange 2, Mamelon 2. We're going to just add this to this wear on the incisal edge just to give it some staining on it.
Yeah.
And all these colors, feel free, just because they say Mamelon or they say cervical, they are meant for that, but you can also mix them and use them different ways. Again, sometimes your fracture lines may need different oranges, so just learn everything by color is what I started doing. Again, I was teaching them how to do shade tabs with a just very simple economic way of using a washer from just a regular washer. And you just fill it up with porcelain, and we did one yesterday, and I put them on, all of them on top of my caps. That way I start learning color, and instead of like naming, or I need luster LT, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And that's how sometimes I even forget the names of these, is I just remember color. It made me a little easier, because there's so many different options in these kits. I'll show you the little shade guide that we have. We have for tissues, just modify cervicals, we have aqua, opalescence, translucence, we have enamel, and so
We have a question for you on Instagram. Again, this is from Dr. McKelvey. Is there not a diluting drop bottle for this system, like with luster paste?
well, there's no like dilution in the actual kit, so I use again white, and I use a lot of the glazes to dilute that. But white and glaze, but we don't have an actual dilution here in the kit, so this is the actual kit here. But in internal there is a dilution you can use, but again that's my main, to keep it simple too, not complicated, is the white and the glazes. Remember, glazes is still a ceramic, so it helps us dilute it. Also fluorescent, you can use the fluoro too, the fluorescence to dilute it, but it does very well this way. And then you can also mix your blues, diluting with a blue, depending on what you want to achieve. You can use the grayish blue with regular blue, white with blue, 1-to-1 ratio. Start off with 1-to-1 and then work your way 2-to-1, whatever you need. But very easy to mix anyways. That's why I try to keep everything very small on my palette, on the mounts. By the time I'm done, I have different dilutions on here, and there's about 20 probably different diluted shades. Some of them we're using direct today just because we want to keep it simple, but good way to do it that way. So again, we're gonna just stain this. I'm almost done with this to stain. We're gonna keep this very simple. It's not confuse you, but basically this is where we're at with this crown. I'll post
right there.
Okay. I'll post the 105 millimeter macro shot a little bit later.
Got it.
Our phone results. I'll do. Let me find while we're gonna fire this. Let me find a full contour crown, and we can do a full contour crown, and then I'll post the shade map of it here as well, so you guys can take a screenshot. So let me just get that and post that. Well, I'm gonna fire this, put this in the oven, and ask questions now that we're kind of in a little break while I do all this, and then Hezekiah if he has anything else. Or let's give away something too.
So we have a brush that we want to give away for those that are getting into ceramics. So Edgar is being very, very generous, and we have this brush right here. If you like this brush, if you're on Instagram or on YouTube, and you'd like this brush, it's a brush to get you started. Here it is. It's a brush to get you started. Send us a message on Instagram with the phrase Kolinsky brush. All right? Within the next couple of minutes, we're going to give this one away. Kolinsky brush. So go on Instagram, send me a DM there. Make sure you follow Kuraray Noritake. Make sure you follow Edgar Munoz. So it's Elite Munoz, Lab Media TV. Within the next couple of minutes, we're going to be giving this one away.
Again, my name is Edgar. I used Elite mainly for marketing purposes. There's like 10 million Edgar Munoz. So I kind of used the Lab Elite. So that way it'd be easier just to find. But again, anything you need, I'm on Facebook, send me a message, and I can answer any of your questions going forward, anything you guys need.
Francisco, saludos. Francisco is from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, how's it going, Puerto Rico? So me and Larry were there maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, in Aguadilla. So it's a beautiful place. Just have a very beautiful country.
Francisco, estamos regalando este pincel. Entonces, si te interesa, envía un mensaje a mi Instagram. Ahí un mensaje al Instagram. Y en unos momentos vamos a elegir un ganador. Uncle Bill, as well, if you're interested in this brush, it's a Kolinsky brush. If you're interested, send me a DM with the phrase Kolinsky brush, and we're going to be choosing a winner there. Alrighty?
And I'm going to throw this in the furnace. I added a little white belt to this, just for show purposes.
Let me do a close-up on that.
We did a little white belt, and I mixed white with glaze and fluorescence, and just to dilute it a little bit. And again, just a little white belt for show. And we already have fracture and crack lines in this already from internal staining, so those will come out after we glaze those, and you'll be able to see those. But very light white belt around this, just to show. Again, very easy. Just get you an intro kit and just start using this, and you'll see. It's hard to explain, but once you have it, that's why I want to get some of these pucks in your hands that we have here to give away. It's for you guys to try them out and mill whatever you want, use them up, and enjoy them. Because that's the whole thing. Is just the best way is to getting these materials in your hand and letting you see why I say, and why I use it in my workflow. It makes my life a lot easier, makes things faster for me, and that's why today we're showing these. Again, Noritake and Kuraray, I'm one of the KOLs. We're not here selling anything. I just want you to see why I'm showing you these. I was working very long shifts before this, trying to patch things, trying to match things. I was using, and it's a common thing. We all want the newest thing. We want what's out. But time and time again, I was coming back to this foundation of CZR and EX3, and that's why I realized that this was home for me. This is what I like. This is my style. This is what my materials that I like. It's an all-in-one system. As you've seen, we've talked this over and over from start. You have zirconia, katana, multiple translucencies. We have UTML, which is a 550, very, very, very high translucency. It replaces most of my lithium. Unless it's really thin, then I'll use lithium, I'll press it, but otherwise all my inlays, onlays are UTML. STML is an all the way around zirconia. We talked about this too. And 750, it's a good translucency, and that's our biggest #1 seller is STML. And again, doctors, we have the STML only in blocks right now, but it's up to 3-unit bridges. You can do full contour crowns, very nice translucency. And then from there, we got porcelains, internal stainings. We have staining glazes for external. We have polishes. We have, let's see.
It's a question from Dr.
Okay.
Bill McKelvins.
Okay, let me get this question here. If you're trying to duplicate crazed lines on your adjacent tooth, do you ever use very thin diamond disc to create delineation in line fill stain? You could do that. You could use, I actually would use a diamond disc like you're saying and just cut it, but I try to do everything internally, but again, you can do that. You can also do it externally. We'll do a fracture line on a posterior molar here, just to show, and I'll show you kind of do how to external. But again, you want to be careful with that zirconia because depending on the thickness and also some of the strength, you want to be careful when you're grinding on those after they're sintered. But you can do that, that's not a problem. And then fill it up with the translucency or like a creamy enamel, depending on what shade you're using. But you can do that, just be very careful. Or you can even, again, do it externally. And externally, these are ceramics, so again, you apply it first, you fracture your crack line, and then you can apply your staining glaze. That way you don't mess up your crack line. But ideally, I'll go into it maybe a little bit later how crack lines work and how you want to figure out. Some crack lines, there's certain ways crack lines do not go, and I'll get that, and I'll have a chart. I'll show you a little bit later how to do those and how to apply those. But yeah, that technique is good. It's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit more trickier, but it's a good one too. But again, just be careful on diamonds, especially diamonds, on zirconia, going in creating that line. Remember, sharp lines are very dangerous. That's how, even in the design, when you start designing, smooth out every line. You don't want any sharp turns, sharp corners, or sharp even on your preps. If it's underneath, there's a way to go in the CAD and smooth everything out. So just watch out with lines. That's a big, again, once you have the hang of it, you can do whatever you want. But right now, at the starting, just be careful. But yeah, that's a good technique. I'll do that a little bit later. So I'm gonna fire this crown. What was I saying too? Oh, I was saying all about our system too. We have tissues, we have everything. For big arches, we have HT, zirconium, katana. For full arches, we have everything you need, and that's why I like it. That way all my cycles, temperatures are the same. When I'm using porcelains, unless it's like EX3 obviously, but I'm not doing a lot of metal anymore. Here and there we'll get some. Kind of transition my lab to all ceramic with just zirconia, and that's my main 90% of my workflow coming through. Again, we used ExoCAD for designing. We also do in-lab designing, so we'll teach you that. And then we're milling in an MCX5, Serona MCX5. It's a wet and dry mill. Because I'm a small lab, this mill fit perfectly with my lab. I'm able, if I'm in a rush and I can't press something, and I need to mill it like PMMA, I can go into the wet mode, and then the mill will also mill dry my zirconia. So different options for me in my lab. Since I'm small, that was a perfect mill. But anything you got, any mill is good. Again, doctors, clinical, if you're milling wet, these blocks, just make sure you dry them enough. You can actually get maybe like a cooking, those cooking heat lamps, and just turn them on. Place them underneath with just on a flat surface, and let them dry for 15 minutes. I know that I think the Serona, you're firing the centering oven for you dries them, I think. I'm not too sure, but I will still make sure they're drying, and then keep your water tanks clean with clean water every time you're milling zirconia. Again, some of that lithium, when you start mixing this, it's going to give you color issues, even contamination. So keep your tanks clean. Okay, I'm waiting on this furnace. It's firing something now. What we're doing, giving away, did you give away something?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
So, I'll come right back. Let me go get a full concert crown and we'll stand and glaze that full concert crown.
Go ahead, let me bring this over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very grateful to great companies like Kuraray Noritake, who are supporting projects like these. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are very, very grateful to companies like Kuraray Noritake, who are supporting projects like these in times like these, getting information to you in this type of format, with allowing you to ask all the questions to get you to the next level, and presenting solutions through their system. There's a reason why Edgar has been sharing what he has been sharing, and that's because of the system that he's found with Kuraray Noritake. Again, we want to thank Mr. Larry Zeno. We want to thank Mr. Stephen Klein and Mr. Manabu. For their support in bringing this forth to the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to send them a message, whether you're listening on or watching on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Send Kuraray Noritake a message, Mr. Larry Zeno. Let them know the value that you're getting from this. Also, follow everything that they're doing. They have a phenomenal education available to you, education modules available to you. Follow Mr. Elite Munoz and Elite Dental Studios, so that you can keep up with other techniques, or he goes into detail, and he's going to begin to post more things like these as well. So that's very exciting. We're gonna set him up here so he can take care of that as well. So make sure you're sending your messages over. Any questions that you may have as well. All right, any questions that you may have as well, send that over. The folks on Instagram, I'm gonna have to cut this short so that I can look into these messages and we can find our winner for that brush. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen on Instagram, we'll see you on the Facebook, on the YouTube platform. So give me a second, ladies and gentlemen, just logging back in here. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Right here. And also, ladies and gentlemen, as we shared with you before, these videos will be available through the Lab Media TV YouTube channel. They will be available for a little bit longer. After a while, what we will do is we will be cutting them up into sections. So make sure that you're able to watch them, save them, and ask any questions here. Francisco Molina is saying you. Oh man.
Well,
Francisco Molina, like you never stop working, Hezekiah.
Hezekiah back at it again. It's gonna be his new slogan.
Right.
All right, so I got some already sintered crowns here. They were already glazed, so I just sandblasted everything off, most of it off. You're just a fake shade. All right, let's.
All right, so we will be sending Dr. Rofi a puck. We will be sending Dr. Rofi a puck. There we go. We've got one of the winners there. Dr. Rofi a puck there, and then we're. And we've got another puck going to Mr. Molina, 9742.
Congrats to everybody that got a puck. Again, we still have some Canadian V5 left to give out, so.
Oh, that's right. So the V5, we actually, yeah, Cat Cam to you got one of those V5s.
Okay.
I didn't know if we had any other one available.
Yeah, we have 3 total of giveaways.
Ah,
so if you give
okay,
out
perfect.
One, we got 2 left.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, so we got a couple questions. We'll answer them. We'll get through these. Hello to everybody out there. There's a bunch of people out online, and we're on different social medias. YouTube is the main one.
That's right.
Instagram, Facebook. So we're getting questions all over. Most of them, it's probably easier on YouTube since that's what I have in front of me.
Yes.
And then from there, Hezekiah is actually going to go Facebook and Instagram. So there's multiple people on there. So if we miss you, I apologize. Hello. Great to have you here. Again, the second day 2. Go back and watch day 1. It's on, again, Media TV YouTube channel, and it will stay up there. Hezekiah will give you more details on that, how that's going to work out. Again, it's not, this is within, Noritake has been very awesome to us to let me show you this stuff and share with you my experiences with this material. So again, we're just very grateful. Again, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it a lot. Sometimes like I said, I was born more in, my parents were very, sometimes you see me not laughing as much. That's just the way I am, but I'm very happy for everyone that's here. That's just the way that I'm, just serious kind of guy, and that's how work is. So again, I'm very happy and I appreciate you guys here. I know this is a tough time. Again, we've talked about this, and just keep safe, keep inside if you can. Let's just get over it and then get back to it again. And call your doctor, see how they're doing too. Doctors, call your labs. We need them, they need us, and just remember that we're all in this together, and we'll get through it here soon, and we'll get back to it. And let's go harder. Again, let's just learn today. Go back if you have some time. Go if you can. Go get some porcelain. If you have some, this practice, and while you can. Again, you can always practice, and then just tear it apart and throw away the porcelain, and then practice again. Just get your model. If you really don't have a model, contact me. I'm in the lab. I'll 3D print your model. I'll get you a coping somehow. I mean, this is time to help. So we'll 3D print your model. We'll send you something for you to practice. Again, it might be a printed coping or a porcelain ceramic coping, but that we can help you guys out and get you to practice. Get intro kits through Zon. Draconia, we're giving some away. Again, we're not here to sell you anything. It's just to help you. Hopefully it's going to help you in your life. So again, I'm father of 2 little girls and husband, beautiful wife, and I'm just, I had to get home, and this has helped me get home. I was doing 15, 20-hour days sometimes. I remember I'd go to sleep for an hour, wake up, go drop off the kids at school and come back. So it's tough, and I understand you guys. So remember, this is all to help you. Take what you can. You might only need external staining techniques. you may need zirconia help, or build-up help. So take what you need, the rest of it, just let it go if it doesn't help you out, and buy or get whatever you can. Again, so let's do this full concert. Again, here's just the molar. Let's see if I can remember. I think these were just like HTs. No, these were multi-layered. So these are going to be, at the time, they're either MLs. I'm pretty sure MLs or HTMLs. So I have a box of like 100 crowns. So I could just tell by the translucency. But let's try this and get this staining glazed. Again, let's just shoot like a B1 and just use this very, very high value crown. Again, the way that I work my incisals in my cam, I'll get a bigger disc, and in my cam I'll move them up and down, and that way I'm able to get more enamel or more dentin. So in the puck I kind of move them up and down, and that's how I use it, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm going to layer, I'm not worried too much about my enamel, mainly focusing on my chroma at the time, so that way I don't have to worry about that. Another tip is to again, just practice with these, and even, you know, remember, try to get your color from inside out. Again, if it's obviously it's a full contour, there's not much you can do except work on your translucency with the multi-layers, and then just stain them that way. But let's get on to this. So again, I basically start off, let me see if I can get my shade map here on the computer. That will help you kind of take a screenshot, or I'll even I'll give it to Hezekiah later. He can put it on after editing for you guys to see it. Again, we're live, so it's a little difficult to do some of these things or post them right away as a screenshot, but we'll do something here. Again, questions. Let's see here. So let's see, keynote. Again, I'm pulling up just my shade mapping of a basic shade map of where I'm applying these. Again, most of you, some of you are online here. I met you guys in Chicago. It was a great show for.
Yes, it was.
For, you know, that was probably the last time we were all together, really, and
Yeah.
it seems like everything was to normal, but. Again, we'll get back to it and be together all again. I know like a couple of the shows already got canceled,
Yes, sir.
and just keep an update on if just in case some of them were being canceled. So let's see, where is all that?
And you know what's interesting, Edgar, that there were many companies that were coming from China that obviously were banned from coming in.
Yeah, it's tough for
Yeah,
everyone.
so-
You know, you feel bad. It's nobody's real fault at the end. It's part of, you know, Earth and the world telling us something. So it could have happened anywhere in the world, I guess. I'm not too sure. I don't get all into that politics stuff, but hey, it could have been here, could have been there. Let's all just get through it and stick together and get through it. We'll figure it out. Let's see. So I got it up now. So again, yesterday I did show you guys the Katana app, and again, it's on Apple and Android. So go download it, even if you don't need it. It's gonna help you look at it's a color simulator basically. So whatever shade you're trying to achieve. Let's see if I can show you.
All right, let me adjust this.
Somewhere out there.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
adjust.
you can focus it more on. I don't need to be in the shot. Just we'll focus it more on the screen and then my hands.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm not into this for the fame, so I could care less. But let's get yeah, and then we'll try to get this screenshot posted on my website, and then that way you guys can look at it a little bit better. But so this is the actual color simulator. What you'll see on the app, and you're able just to take your prep color, and you can select light, dark, and everything, and then the target shade you want to hit, and then it'll give you the zirconia to use, and then it'll give you an actual shade map of 1-to-1 blue, gray, and blue, how to achieve these and hit your color with the translucency. So it's a big help there. and then it'll show you also the recommended glaze. Um, so there's different kinds. We have high fusing, we have the LF glaze from press kit, we have this FC paste kit. So there's different options. If you already have one, use that kit. You don't have to go and get another one. But these are, I like these just because they're low fusing, 750 Celsius. But again, it will give you a selection just like this, so you're able to select if you have a metal color in your preps, dark color, medium color, light, and then you kind of, it's like a wheel. So you'll turn the wheel, and it'll give you the target shade, and then it'll recommend what zirconia katana to use, whether it's HT, STML, and then that will help you big time. That way you start learning. In the future, you won't even need this, but now if you're starting, or even if you're good at it, it still helps you kind of achieve if you're questioning what to use, whether it's a high translucency multi-layer or an HT mono or HTML multi-layer, and then again paste. So it's good. Try that out. Again, it's free. Download on Apple and Android. I haven't used Android in a while, but I think it's on there. So what we're trying to do, let me get a shade. We talked about a lot of things yesterday. Go back and check out that. We just talked about all different kind of things. Let's see here. It's acting funny. Let's see. Yeah, none of this is. We're all open to listen to you guys' feedback. Here it is. Alright. So today, let's do this one here. It's an A+. We're trying to hit an A value, an A shade. We'll do some cervical too, some light grays and some whites. Some cervical. We can do that on this one here. So let's clean this plate off because I know I've probably confused you what we have on this one. And the other one is firing. The single central is firing now. And you can take some of these techniques to other systems. Don't feel like you have to use them. These can all be used. They just maybe named something else. This one better. This one I didn't sandblast some of the stain, so you'll see a little bit of stain, but it's fine. So today's the last day. I remember some of you are just here new. I can see that on the live. They're brand new. And so again, second day today. Go back. There's an 8-hour yesterday.
7 hours.
7 hours yesterday. We streamed on and off, but it's been constantly the hours, so it's just same as day. Just talking about different topics. But again, we'll start off again. ES liquid, external stain liquid. Again, we separated this yesterday. Well, you mainly will see for these stains internal IS oil-based. Keep this away from water. Don't dip your brush in water and then go to this. Try to keep your brush very, very dry and then go to this. This is a good liquid if you're able to. Also, we'll show them on both of them. What is that on there?
This is Instagram.
Instagram. So we're on Instagram on this camera. We got this one on YouTube, and then we got one in the back probably. So we got multiple cameras here. Good quality with Hezekiah. A lot of equipment, a lot of time that we put in to get this stuff going. So please let us know how it looks so we can make changes and adapt to whatever you guys need us to.
Hello, David, Lorenzo. Welcome. Moreno.
So again, there's if you can wet some porcelain, put it in a bulk, into a tray to fire. Obviously not this one, something more smooth. You can actually burn out the pigments. You can burn out pigments in the porcelain of the pink, say the body, and then you apply this after it's come out and it's dry and without pigments. You can apply this IS liquid on the porcelain. You can actually see the shade while you're building up. So again, there's different tricks. You'll see people using these different ways, but I do want to get this on here. I do want to make this clear and get you the foundations for now. Let's keep this internally and this externally. So anything underneath porcelain or on your framework, let's use IS liquid, internal staining, external staining, ES liquid, again, oil based, and you'll see it when it goes. Do not lick your brush. I warned everybody, the second warning, do not lick your brush with this liquid. I will forever remember the taste. I will. Again, I was using just, non-flick brushes like this, and to get the point, you stick it, and you kind of dab on a napkin, but I was taught flicking with it years ago. And then now I use a flicking brush. Now, just because of this right here made me look for this brush. So
Flick, don't lick.
Flick has a spring activated. That's what I use now. MPF.
Flick, don't lick.
Yep, it's good, it's good. Again, let's keep these liquids separated. Again, for porcelain, we do have build-up liquids, forming liquids, and Meister liquids. I use water, but they're available if you need help with some of these forming, get things where you want them. We do have, but I use regular water, distilled water, or just clean water. But keep your water clean. All right, let's start here. So let's do this one here. We'll do A+ just on this again, since we have it on this shade map here. See if you guys can see it.
Those of you that are on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see the map because of the angle, but you can certainly go on YouTube and look at the map. You're going to be able to see the map.
How's it going? Let's see, CAD Cam, which is Raymond Ralphie. How's it going, buddy? Big hugs, and I hope you well. We're doing well down there in Florida. Got maybe in the future we'll do something down there with you guys together, because we do some 3D printing. We'll leave that for another day. I do use frozen printers. We're a distributor of them if you want more help there. About $1,200 printers. They print about 100 microns. Actually, the 4K, I can get you some more info. They're a little bit better. I wouldn't use them for implant cases. There's something just on a regular base for us to just, economically get these $1,200 printers and then get some $50 bottles of resin and print something that we could use for layering. I don't rely on the contacts because of the accuracy. Still about 100 microns or less. But we'll do that another day, and I'll maybe vlog that and get you more info on that. Again, $1,200 3D printer. I'll show you a model. I'll put it on here. Let's see. Oh, sorry. You get something like this right here. This accuracy. This one could have been. This could have been removable die. I just made it as a solid. And again, it's good just for contact. Just to make sure I leave them snug on here. Again, the accuracy is not. Again, the $1,200 printers are not 100% accurate, but I haven't had any problems because I'm doing everything in the CAD. Got my contacts ready, and then I got fresh spurs in my mill, and I rely on what's actually CAD, CAM, and milling. And I can double check everything, but I mainly get these just to layer if I'm actually gonna have to layer something. But fits are pretty good. I haven't had any issues. The only issues I do have with them is when I do inlays and onlays. I have a lot of issues. I need something more accurate. But for your small labs that can't afford or can't get those 10K printers or above, $1,200 gets you something, getting you printed instead of
Get started.
yeah, because I get you started. I was outsourcing a couple $1,000s on just models, and it was just for me. It's a small guy, it's a small lab. I mean, I didn't want to be doing it, so I started doing that. And I don't. Again, I rely a lot on my CAD CAM and my milling to get the accuracy, and I really don't touch them after that. I get even my inclusions down. So all I'm really using them is to double check everything, make sure there's nothing's major wrong on them. Again, so let's try. Let's do on this. Let's do a glaze. Let's do this for on the clinical side. So we'll do 50-50 glaze and 50-50 stain, so I can show doctors how to do this. Again, we already did one just stain and then glaze. So let's do 50-50, and we'll use clear glaze today. Actually, in the intro kits comes with regular glaze, so we'll use regular glaze to show you. Here's the glaze. So we'll do 50-50 since we are, again, I'm going to going to show this doctors how easy this is with these. So we'll do, you know, I still apply them and I separate them. When I do the 50, I bring them in and then mix it. I still keep them because I don't know if I need it just straight out of the bottle, so I try to keep things separate. We'll keep this, so we're doing see white. We'll do some blue. On this map it doesn't show blue, but let's do some blue.
And before, I just, we have a question here from Dr. Raymond Rolfe. He's asking, some manufacturers suggest non-metal brushes for infiltration. Are these liquids different?
Yeah, well these are not infiltration, so you can still use the metal on this. This is fine on these brushes. So the reason why infiltration is because they were acid based, eats up the metal, that's why. And then you're going to get contaminated when you dip them into your bottles, but we don't do any infiltration. These liquids are fine. You can use any kind of brush that has a little metal on them. You're fine with these. The only thing mainly metal wise I'm more concerned is your spatulas. Just get you a piece of zirconia, shape it up into a spatula, and have them centered. Even if you're in a big major lab, get your guys in your milling department to mill you a spatula and center, and then you can just get an old brush, cut off that tip, and then just glue it on, and you got a ceramic spatula. The reason why is when you start mixing these sometimes are rough surfaces. These are rocks. Remember, these are rocks, and they're kind of glazed. But after a little bit of time, they start fading, and you're actually going rock to rock, really rock to metal. So you're getting micro chips of metal inside these glaze and stains. So that's why I don't use metal spatulas. You can use plastic or ceramic, and that's the main thing. Again, that's just one thing, and that's why a lot of people are having issues when they were mixing their porcelain, like EX3 porcelains. They were having metal, undegassed metal, whatever metal this was made of, going into your ceramics, and then you were firing, and they were having issues, and they were having black spots inside, like frog eyes, or they would pop open. It was because they were getting those metal particles in there. And again, it could have been something else too. It could have been metal with stuff, but this one thing just to keep your eye on. But again, I think some of the filtration is not water based, so it's not a big deal. Still, I don't use them. The reason why is because I was having a lot of issue with the color. So infiltration was getting into my muffle. It was getting in the muffle. I would have to clean it more to get those pigments out of my muffles. Because basically you would remelt them and they start circulating in your muffle. Getting into your raw zirconias, we're having issues, and some of you are having issues with sintering. Go to Gene Chio. He's one of our KOLs. The dude's really good at cleaning sintering ovens. Remember, you got to clean and calibrate those sintering ovens. And that's why a lot of you are having issues with zirconia and color. Temp is a big thing as well. Temperature, heating elements, and he is really good at that. I know what to do, but I just don't like talking about that. It's not something for me, but he is very good at making these cycles for cleaning, how to calibrate it, where to get these rings to calibrate your sintering ovens, and how to clean your ovens. He has a cleaning cycle. I have it, I can share it, but I'd rather you go to Gene Chia on Facebook, message him, tell him I sent you, and he can help you out. He may be busy, so if you give him some time, but again, clean them, because when these ovens came out, nobody was thinking about cleaning and calibrating. They just threw out these sintering ovens, and right now, with the time frame when these ovens came out, with now they're like 5 to 7 years, a lot of these elements are going out, and people don't understand that these elements have a certain time of life, and then after that you got to replace them. Sometimes like for me, my Infire, the elements are a couple $1,000s. For me, it's a lot better just to buy a new oven, but I mean, it's costly, I know, but it's something you must do. And again, Gene Check can go in that a lot more with you, how to centering that, so how to clean that centering oven. But let's get back to this, just a quick thing. So let's see here. So again, we're gonna apply a little bit of ES liquid on the whole crown. Tons and tons. So it's about 11. So I'm gonna fly through this again, so we can keep getting some questions. Again, time flies by. We're already on a couple hours already, and yeah, just giving info, spitting info as much as I can. I'm trying to concentrate on just staining, glazing, but I got to give you as much as I can and let you know. Some of you only do the sintering for and milling for your lab. Some of you do ceramics. Some of you are new to ceramics, so we have all different. We've got a bunch of people online. Just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Again, ask me now. We'll be off at about, what, 11:30?
Yeah, at about 11:30
We
we're
got
gonna.
to set up for the Spanish, so I'm gonna do this really fast. And ask me, so it stays on here. And after this is done, Ezekiel will actually post it as a video on the channel, because right now it's live. Go in there and comment for us, please, questions, so that way I can get feedback on what to concentrate next time. Again, this had no schedule. We're kind of going with the flow, and there was no real schedule, so I'm kind of going everywhere. Again, just to give you as much info as I can during these, because this is probably, I'll do this again later, but we'll talk about it. Let's get on this. So we're doing 50-50 of A+ today on this shade, and we're doing 50 of glaze, 50 of stain. Again, we're doing this all in one firing glaze and staining technique. If you want something faster, this is the way to do it. Just do a 50-50 mix. And that way you're going to stain and glaze all together. Again, this glaze is a one-time glaze firing. I love it. That's one reason, one big thing I like about this. I don't have to worry about, oh, this didn't come out. I know that the one-time firing is going to come out perfect. Again, dry time is a big one to have a nice, smooth, non-pitting surface. So 10 minutes, I do 10-minute dry time on mine, just because of the way my furnace is set. We'll apply this all together. I'm going to apply a little bit of glaze on the rest of the crown here. Some liquid in here. And ideally I'm going to actually just add a lot of glaze all over this crown here, just a tad of it, just to give me not so much friction, so when I'm adding this stain it moves around the way I want it. Again, there's different techniques to do this. Different people do this one-time staining glazing different ways. This is the way I do it here. So just take some techniques out of this and apply it to yours.
So from a doctor standpoint, I have some questions on cementation of zirconia. So Dr. McKelvin, would you like to come on live?
I'll try to help him as much clinical cementation. I don't. Yeah, let him answer that, and then if I can't get him the answer, I'll get clinical to get him the answer.
Here we go.
Cool.
All right.
Hello.
Give me a second here. Let me just get it off with the. Uncle Bill, how you doing? Good. Good to hear. Fantastic. I'm going to set this over right in front of Edgar so he can answer your question. All righty?
Yes.
Obviously we can bond, lithium bisilicates, so then there was a lot of questions about, bonding zirconia, and I know Noritake has the Panavia SA Cement Plus, which has got the MDP in it, and so apparently the MDP is the agent that you need in the cement to get a bond.
Yeah, that's correct. So Kuraray actually got that MDP formula correct. Like now you're what were you doing?
Can you hand me the stand?
The stand. Okay. So now so Kuraray got that correct. That's what they use to actually bond to the zirconium. You're seeing some other MDP coming out now from other companies, which is not the same formula at all. So again, I use the Panavia V5, and we got some samples. We can get you one too, but I like the Panavia V5 better. But yes, that's exactly what the process is. I can get you some more info on it. To you, I don't get most of that clinical, the actual science to it, but it is the MDP is what's the secret to this. To these cements. And now again we have a new actually I will get you some katana cleaner if I can. We have the new katana cleaner as well. We'll help you clean the preps of this, and there's a video on my website as well on that to get some katana cleaner, but that just came out as well. But again, NDP was created, we'll get you some more info again, but it's the NDP that actually it's a chemical bond that happens in the zirconia. So it is possible to bond it to zirconia using these cements and these cleaners. So
Do you have to do anything to the inside of the crown or the veneer or anything? Or?
yeah, you use this ketonic cleaner, and then after that, yeah, it's you mix the ceramic primer onto the tooth, but now there's a self-mixing, I think it's SE. But again, I'll get you some more info on these cements because I don't get too much into the cement part. Mainly it's just not my side of it, but I can get you the guys to call you. If you can get some info to Hezekiah or here, your info will get you some of that information and maybe some samples going to you. But that's what I mainly use on my titanium base, screw retained, is that MDP, and then the primer is perfect to bond to that zirconia for in the mouth as well. So it's good. It's a very good product.
Yeah, and like on a natural tooth, they're recommending you use like a clear fill, like universal bond.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that's why we have the ketonic cleaner to clean everything, get all that contamination. So when you try and you have that saliva that's going on to these teeth, it's contaminated. So you use that ketonic cleaner, and the rest of it will go on the one-step, two-step cement, depending on what you're using to bond that to the zirconia. So that's all you will need. It's already in the kits.
And then my last question is, because you're dealing with like the shading and everything, and like the cements come like, I know that the Panavia comes in a what's it called, a universal, which is an A2 shade.
Yes.
Then they make a white, opaque, and then they make it translucent. So are you having a discussion with the doctor, or is that going to change the shade of the?
So yeah, we'll have different shades. We have like the opaque, the clear, the A2, and I think there's one more on there on the shades for you to, depending on how your prep is looking, what you need to use. So there's different options, and there's a full kit that brings everything. It's really easy to use with the ceramic. Like I said, Panavia 5, you basically just micro edge sandblast, you clean it. If you can't do that, you use the cleaner. Just the ketonic cleaner that just came out. It's a liquid, very easy. Just apply it on the tooth and on the crown. Just let it dry, and then you're ready for the cementation for the zirconia. So it's basically with the primer. Again with the Panavia 5, it'll come with like a ceramic primer, and then it'll come with the tooth primer. Two separate. You can apply the tooth primer and the ceramic, and then it's ready for cementation with the actual cement. But now there is a new cement that, again, I'll get you some more info because I don't get into too much of the cements, but I think it's self-mixing tip, so you don't have to do that. It's self-mixing, so everything's already NDP and everything's already in that, everything's set and ready to go. But again, Larry Zeno, I can get somebody else to give you some more info because I really haven't got, I don't get too much into that, but I'll start getting more info for you.
Okay.
And again, yeah, and again, and all these, like maybe a 5, you can use it for metals, glass fibers, implant abutments, glass ceramics, zirconia, composites. So it's a durable, very multi-use cement. So it's very good. Again, that's why we want to have these kind of live videos so you guys can have this info. Again, we have different guys that deal with different. We have chemists that are very good at this. So we'll get you some info more of what you need. Something in your hand.
All right, thanks, man. I'll let you get back to work.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uncle Bill,
All right, peace out, brother.
see you soon.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll get some of that going for them, and thank you for those questions. Again, some of them I don't get too much. It's too much on lab side. I have enough, but we'll get you some info. We got good guys, and again, we got some maybe a V5. I think we even have some. Let's see. Yeah, we have some essay to give out too. We have one essay that we have, and then the hand mix, and then Panavia V5 sample pack. And this is, I think, an A2. So yeah, it's an A2 sample pack. So we'll give these out, and we'll get you some more info. We'll get you we'll get some more clinical side. There's some videos also on Kuraray's website more on cements as well. But thank you so much. So we're back. We're going to this here. Let me get this done. It's already 11:02. Got about 20-30 minutes to get this going. Thank you so much. This,
It's going.
yeah, it's good. It's good to have people here learning and get some of this info. So again, we did the Chroma A+ on this here. We're gonna have a little translucency. We'll try to achieve with some of these blues and grays. I'm gonna do a 50-50 mix of this blue and the gray blue. And then we'll kind of show you, again, we'll fire everything at the end. We're going to give you real shots of what we really did here today and let you look at it. It's a little bit hard to do it without a macro lens here live. But we'll start doing some more of these in the future here. And again, now I'm seeing the interest of it. I really see that people want to learn and want to see these things. I'm going to do my part to get some more, and especially some more info on certain specific topics like cementation. We'll get doctors on here, Dr. Campbell, Dr. Vasquez in California. Those guys are really good. They're online. You can find some of their info more on the clinical side and what they're doing. And we got some videos as well. So just thank you for having interest. But yes, you can bond zirconia. It is possible. Paneva V5, NDP, chemical reaction. I'm not too much into that, but it is possible. And the only reason I know is when these doctors will send them Panavia 5. Say they got to go back in there, they got to cut the crown. It takes them about 10 diamond burrs to cut these things off. I mean, they literally bond to the tooth. And you know, as we know, the zirconia is hard to cut off, and it's really hard to get these off. Also, when I'm bonding these zirconia to screw retain to titanium abutments, I see these chemical bonds, and I see these good bonds with these cements. You got to literally burn out the cement, and again, there's ways to burn it out if you've got to release those to titanium base. Usually to do that, I keep it around 500 Fahrenheit for about 5 to 10 minutes, usually about 5, and then I just push them directly. I use something like this, and I put that into the ceramic screw retain and actually just pop them off. But they really bond very well in the mouth. Again, we'll get you some info, guys, on that. Again, we're going to do a little inciso blue, just kind of quickly get this. Time just flew by, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's gone. Again, I'm glad people are here. Quite a lot of people are here, actually.
That's right.
A lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Mr. Larry Zeno. We want to thank the Kuraray Noritake team for supporting these types of live casts with Lab Media TV. Mr. Edgar Munoz from Elite Dental Studios opening the doors of his laboratory and opening his heart and all his experience, being very gracious and very generous with his time. We are definitely hoping that this is adding a lot of value to you. Again, there are a lot of people that are moving from removables into ceramics and are very interested in this kind of information. So we are definitely glad that you're here with us today.
Thank you. Again, so we did a little bit of blue, 50-50 with the grayish blue. I mixed that first, and then I pushed 50% of the same ratio, 1:1, to the glaze, and I mixed that. Just applied it a little bit on this mesial cusp. That way you guys can see when I take this picture, you'll see the difference of the translucency with the blue. Again, you use this straight out of the bottle, it's very blue. It will lower the values to watch the blues, but anything you apply onto the tooth and what you're seeing is exactly what's going to come out of the furnace. They don't get intense, or they don't lose color, they don't burn out. Again, these are ceramics you're applying, so that porcelain micro just grounded. They're very, very thin granules, so it's very good. Again, you can use glaze just to add a small contact on it as well. But we're going to add a little bit of blue onto this. I might do a fracture line on this side just to kind of just show you a little crack line of how you can do it externally as well. It's the same theory too as we're doing. We're going to add, the brown with the white, mix that 50-50, and use the blue as the shadow of where the actual fracture line lifts. There's always going to be that shadow of light coming through and shadow where light's not coming through on that fracture. So to mimic that, we use a little bit of blue on the distal side of the fracture, just kind of Let's see, I'll get the picture now of what I was doing. Again, we go back and forth with these, but here we go. So when we actually apply the actual fraction line with the color, I'll give you a different ratio to use. Just apply your brush, drop it onto the tooth, and drag the line. You want the thickest part at the bottom, and as it goes up, the fracture thins out, so it's thinning out with the less materials on your brush. That's the basic way and easiest way for me to explain it right now until we do another cast directly on fracture lines. But remember, we're doing the blue shadow line on the distal. You're just kind of applying it to show where the actual lift of the tooth, the enamel, and the bottom is, and it's actually, like you see, you create a shadow on this inside. So it helps just that fracture line look a little bit more realistic. And we'll get more detailed into those on the next little live we do. Again, right now we're kind of all over the place. I want to show you this before you guys leave. As you've seen, we've done a layer of a central, and that's already out. We'll glaze that. I'll glaze it very easy. I'll just use regular glaze to glaze that. I'll polish it, and then we'll show that a little bit later. But let's see here. It's right here. So pick that up. So this is the actual stained crown and the Instagram, and then we'll have that on YouTube. So you see some blue translucency mesial, distal. It's going to try to focus. Again, we'll use a macro camera to take pictures of this. But we had a little bit of just a chroma, little A value, little A plus. We did on a lingual, little orange, a little earth brown lingual staining, and we just kept things simple. We also did a little salmon pink on the margin to help adapt to the tissue and actually just grab onto that color. That's a tip from Japan and Yosa Naoto. Sorry, his name is just, I don't know why I have trouble with it, but we'll post links up to all these guys up. Again, they're all international KOLs. There is info on the Noritake website of all our KOLs, and also online. They're all over the place. So anywhere in the world that you are in, we got somebody there. So send Larry, Zeno, Manabu, anybody, just any kind of questions. So now we're going to add a little bit of some pit staining, some occlusal staining, and some ridge. I'm going to add a little bit of white accents to the ridges, just to kind of break things up. Remember, we're still doing a micro layering even with the stains, because you're actually layering, you're layering actual colors. So think of this as actual still micro layering, an onion effect of layers. So we'll do some little bit of pit staining now. We'll use earth brown today, since it's already in front of me. Well, it's in front of me. There it is. Thank you. Again, we're adding 50% of this with 50% of glaze. So because we are doing a glaze and stain together, and we're mainly showing this so clinical side can see this is very easy. Again, we're taking a little longer just to show you, but you can usually do this in 5 minutes. Just to get this applied, throw it in there, and get it back into the furnace. Again, we from start to finish for clinical, we've looked at it. Looks like about 2 hours of between prepping the tooth and to get a crown completed with our systems from centering and milling. Again, with using the CEREC system, we've looked at it's around a 2 hour window, same as other lithium restoration. So there's no, with these new fast clinical side centering ovens, again, you're able to do these in same day, and using our STML blocks, which we have blocks here, 2 different sizes. Only one of the STML translucence is available, which is STML, but we got 2 sizes, so now available for clinical as well. Again, very easy. 2 hours start to finish, from prep to finish. Very easy. This thing's applying these stains, making these look a little bit more realistic. Again, you can have your assistants learn these techniques. Have your labs, maybe get your labs to get one of their techs to come and teach your assistants. That's what I've been doing a lot with some of my offices, and it's been a good thing because they were able to do touch-ups, extending glaze these, and you're not off your chair. The main goal is to keep you on that chair, prepping and patient to patient, so very easy for your assistants to learn this. I have a couple offices that's what they do, and they've had good success. So again, we had a little bit on the pits. Again, you want to kind of break it up depending on what you're trying to match. Again, central faucets are going to have a little bit more of this stain, since it's basically a stain capture area. So we add a little bit extra. We're going to add a little bit of white around the occlusal table, down the ridges, just to get that a little bit of a breakup. I'll also add a little bit of gray, and I'll also show you the areas and why that gray. So if you can see here, and I'll post this up as well, I kind of try to add, separate, and give me more translucency on this occlusal tables. I'll add a little bit of gray in these areas here, and what that does, it gives me a little bit more of a translucency that I like passing through these cusps. I try not to use too much gray. Gray, like again, it will lower the value, especially where we have a very light shade. It really looks like one of the NWs. I'm not sure what this was. Again, I just took this out of the box, but we have very high value on this crown. I used a thicker puck, and I lowered, and I actually raised it on the enamel side, so I don't have as much dent on it as I would like to. But again, easy correction using these stains for more shade correction. I'm going to raise this actually a little bit. So let's add some of this light gray into these areas on the occlusion. Again, we're just kind of applying different areas. You wouldn't do this on most of your crowns. I think this is a little exaggerating maybe on some teeth. Some teeth just need to be glazed. So up to you where you want to use, how much you want to use. Again, we all have different styles. Some doctors don't like occlusal staining. They will send it back to us. So some of them I don't, I just glaze. Then some that really want to match existing adjacent teeth, opposing teeth, so we do add to these. So again, it's just mainly to let you see how this is done. Sometimes on my occlusal table, I like to add some of these cervical 2 oranges, and that gives you a little bit more of a depth. It's not such a flat look. And I will use it today, mamelon orange. I just like the mamelon orange color. It's a lot more real orange, ideal orange. The other orange is more yellowish, so we'll use 2 today. I'm going to add that again on the occlusal. Ideally, actually, I would probably add this before I do the earth brown. But today we'll just, since we're here already, we'll add it. And I'm adding this right in the center area to create depth, is where most of the color's coming from, through the dentin area here. And we'll get more specific and a little bit more advanced on these next ones. We just have a lot of people that are switching over, and I want to keep this simple. We've got a lot of questions from people just starting ceramics. They said, they haven't touched ceramics yet. They're going from movables to ceramics. So again, some of these teachings, we always go to advanced. We want the most advanced thing. We want the most advanced class. Sometimes we forget some of these guys that are coming behind us that want to learn the basics, and sometimes they get confused in some of these teachings. So I want to keep things simple. Even on the terms, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And so here we are, just a little bit of depth, occlusal staining. People use endophiles to do the pit staining as well. You can do endophiles. You can use your brush if you don't feel comfortable, but if you have an endophile, I just sometimes curve the ends of it, and if you want to use occlusal, you can use some occlusal. Occlusal staining using endophiles as well. It's easy to drop on. And just drag and pull whatever you need, or drop it just there. If you apply too much, grab your brush, just scoop it out, scoop what you don't need. And it's very easy as well for endophiles. So endophiles also work good for multiple things in lead. So I actually have a set in the grinding room where I actually apply them to old brushes as well. So I use them for carving. But brand new endo tools for carving are good too. So we did blue on just the mesial, just to show you how you can get more translucency. And we used regular blue, not the grayish blue. We used A+ to correct the shade, earth brown on the pits, fossas, and then we used a little bit of orange on the occlusal, the center of the occlusal, to give it some depth. And let's use a little bit of white on the occlusal table, and you'll see that break up. You can see it better on an HD photo that I have, and I'll post online. Because we have about 10 minutes. Let's answer some questions, give away what we need to give away since we're winding this down. And get some questions, I guess, and I'll finish this up while you guys are talking.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to go on to Kuraray Noritake page, and on their Instagram and Facebook, like all the what you're going to be interested in. Send us a message here on Instagram. You can send us an email at give me a second here while I connect this one, so those of you that are watching on Instagram can have a close-up of what's going on here. Perfect. There it is. Perfect. We see that a couple of you just joined in as well on the Instagram. Perfect. So, yes, you can send us a message, a DM to our. You can send us a message to our Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube. Remember, as Edgar just mentioned, we will have all of these videos available on YouTube. So you will be able to go back to the video and check out what you wanted to listen to again. And you can send Edgar a message. You can send myself a message. You can send Larry a message if you're interested in something specific on there. And if you're looking for furthering education on certain topics that Edgar touched on or has been touching on these past 2 days. So let's make sure we get that going there. Dr. Bill McElveen, we will be sending you one of those samples for the Panavia. We will be sending you one of those samples. We want to congratulate Carlos from North Florida, who also won a puck. He's the winner of one of the pucks as well, one of the zirconia pucks as well. Dr. Raymond Rofi as well. And if you are interested, we will leave one more block for the end of the entire live cast, which we will be ending around 1 o'clock, around 1-ish. So
Spanish.
Exactly, and we're going to be connecting with the Spanish folk within the next couple of minutes here. Again, you can always reach us. You can always reach Mr. Larry Zeno, Mr. Edgar Munoz, Mr. Steve Klein, myself at Lab Media TV, at Kuraray Noritake USA, at Kuraray Dental, Elite Munoz, Elite Dental Studios. Any questions that you may have, if there is something that we missed, if there is something that you would like for Edgar to elaborate on, send us a message. Send us a message and we will get back to you.
Again, just finishing this off here, I added a little bit of white 50% with glaze, 1-to-1 ratio. Mix that because we're doing a staining glaze all together today on this this molar, and then we're going to glaze that central. I'll post pictures after this is over. I thought we had a little bit more time, but just time flew by. We're having fun, answering questions and showing you guys this, so time just flew by. But basically, occlusal white, I added on the occlusal table down the ridges. Again, that's breaking up this crown so it doesn't look so flat, giving you some depth. Again, this is ceramic, so we're still micro layering here. A lot of the guys will micro layer this stuff as like a small cutback. Add this as well. So again, you can use this as a micro layering or just staining glaze if you don't want to call it that. But again, we used up some blue. We're going to fire this out as it is, and I'll show the picture a little bit later of the results. And I think it's 11:22. We're going to start just winding this down. I'm throw this on the furnace and
See you on YouTube.
and see you guys on. Yeah, it's going on YouTube. So again, thank you so much. Everybody here, we'll get the last questions done. Throw this in the furnace. And please give us some feedback on what you guys want to keep seeing. If there's something that you guys want to keep on seeing a little bit more detailed also, and concentrate on just ceramics, on just staining, on just milling, whatever it is, let me know so I can do this, or I can actually concentrate. Again, the last 2 days we've been everywhere. We've been a little bit explaining the pucks, the blocks, the porcelains, the glazes, the liquids, and how to use them, shades, and a little bit. So we couldn't really concentrate on one thing. But I mean, thank you, just so much of your time. I know during these times, please keep safe. Work together, help each other. See how your neighbors are doing, how your doctors are doing, how your labs are doing, and see if you guys can help each other get through these hard times. Because some people are not really open to these times. They're hurting, they need help. They just need a hello from somebody, and they won't ask for it. So we gotta go out and actually look at brothers, sisters out here, how they're doing, and just spread love. Be kind. There's a lot of people out here being mean, just to keep it nice words, but they're not being. They're just making people scared on this situation. This is a very serious, scary situation, but our economy is very, very strong. It's not something we'll be okay. We're gonna be okay. Again, just stay inside. It's not all. That's what's right now. That's the problem. Is people are still going on vacation. Spring break happened. I think that was a big mistake of letting the spring break go through, and that's when things were happening. People didn't even know about it. With all this stuff. So let's just get through it. Anything I may be able to help, whether it's trying to transition, or tech support or something. I'm always here to help. So I'm small. So I'm able to answer everything that comes through Facebook, Instagram, my YouTube. I manage and see all those messages. So send me something if you need something. And if not, I'll connect you to the person that you need to be connected with. Same with Hezekiah. There's something new as he's seeing these very long live things. It's something new that he is doing. We haven't seen him usually before this long. But it's very fun, and time flies by. I mean, yesterday we did 7 hours. Today we're a couple, maybe 3-4 hours into this. When I first started this, I told Hezekiah, man, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about for 8 hours. And look, we went through 7 hours, and now another 4 or 5 hours. So it was fun. I mean, again, practice during this times, and have fun. Fail. It's the only way you're going to learn is making mistakes. And don't feel bad about it. I've made every mistake in the book. I've cracked things. I've lost accounts because I was practicing. But that's the only way we grow. And the same thing now that's happening. Just grow. Just grow. Have time. Clean your lab. Organize. Reorganize. Reinvent yourself. Your lab. Figure out a new logo. Just ideas of what you can do right now. Redo box labels. Look at your jars of porcelain, make orders, and make a list of what you need, and again, enjoy it. I was seeing people all the time, the lab day, they were all sad, they were all mad, they were all tired. Even I was tired. We were all just wanting rest, and now we finally got it. So sleep, rest, enjoy it, and then we'll see you guys on the other side of one of these shows again, and it's going to be back to normal.
All right.
Anything we need?
Yes, we definitely we are very grateful. We were able to be with you this morning It's 11:27 Eastern Standard Time. In the next couple of moments, we will be placing this on a brief pause. We're going to come back for the Spanish speakers. En unos momentos vamos a poner esta transmisión en una pausa y vamos a regresar con unos minutos más para aquellos del habla español. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want you to go out there and be the best you can be, right? Well, when I mean go out there, I mean don't go out there, right? You know, I can go out there because I have a special exemption, right? But don't go out there. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay safe. But what I mean by that is just go out on a limb, just as Edgar said, and try something new. Again, it's been very refreshing and just hearing so many people looking to get into ceramics coming from a removable side, and that's very inspiring just to see how dental professionals just continually evolve into just great professionals and individuals. And so we're excited to continue to bring this information and this format to you. And again, we want to thank Kuraray Noritake, Mr. Larry Zeno, for being for being gracious and supporting this initiative, this Give Back project. Again, as you noticed, Kuraray Noritake didn't do any sales pitch or anything. It was all about giving you the information you need, answering all your questions, and making sure that you're being taken care of in terms of your growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will go on a pause. We will be back in a little bit, and before we do go on to that pause, I would like to share a message that Mr. Larry sent over for each and every one of you.
Hi, Larry Zeno of Kuraray Noritake. Thank you for spending some time with us today. I know we're in a little bit of a holding pattern with everything, but look forward to getting back to work normally and taking care of people, and more importantly, taking care of patients. Look forward to spending some time with you today with the help of Hezekiah Morales of Lab Media Today and Edgar Munoz of Elite Dental Studio, who's going to walk us through the many benefits of Kuraray Noritake. Anyway, kick back, enjoy, relax, and let's do this together. All right? Thanks much, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.
Hello everybody. Hello everyone. Hola, buen tarde a todos. Esperamos que estén muy bien. Estamos nosotros comunicándonos con ustedes desde Atlanta, Georgia, con un gran amigo de nosotros, Edgar Munoz. Y como pueden ver aquí, ven aquí a Elite Dental Studios, aquí en Noritake, Kuraray. Les queremos agradecer a Noritake, Kuraray por ser una empresa que ha apoyado mucho en este proyecto que tenemos, que le llamamos el COVID-19 Lab Tour. Y aquí estamos haciendo un tour adentro de los Estados Unidos, a los estados que podemos viajar, para traerles a ustedes información y traerles a ustedes técnicas y ¿cómo se podría decir? La experiencia de diferentes profesionales dentales para que usted y toda su clínica, todo su laboratorio puedan tener una óptima experiencia mejorando todo lo que están haciendo en su laboratorio. Y si estás trabajando solo también, es nuestro deseo que puedas tomar esto y crecer, seguir creciendo en todo esto, porque a pesar de que estamos en una situación un poco oscura en el mundo, debemos de recordarnos que después de la oscuridad más intensa viene la mañana. Entonces nosotros estamos esperando y preparándonos para que cuando regrese la mañana podamos revelar lo mejor que hemos sacado de nosotros en todos estos momentos, lo que estamos desarrollando. Aún como se podría decir, las luces apagadas, algunos lugares ya han cerrado temporalmente, pero tú y yo, usted y nosotros podemos seguir mejorando, podemos seguir caminando hacia adelante, porque eso es lo que hacemos. Ninguno de nosotros debemos de introducirnos a una cueva y pues solo esperar que pase, sino que debemos de seguir proyectando hacia adelante con una visión de victoria, siempre yendo hacia adelante, creyendo que nuestro Señor Jesucristo está con nosotros. Entonces, una vez más quiero agradecer a Edgar Munoz, que ha abierto su laboratorio, ha abierto su corazón para que le hagamos todas las preguntas que necesitemos contestadas. Ha abierto su laboratorio para que nosotros podamos tener estas conferencias, ese live stream. Hemos estado aproximadamente, ya estamos en 9 horas con el live stream. Ayer hicimos 7, hoy 2 más, estamos en 9. Vamos a darles una hora al mercado, o se podría decir, the Spanish speaking market, ¿verdad? O a cada uno de ustedes hispanohablantes. Entonces estamos esperando que usted saque mucho valor de esto. Y una vez más queremos agradecerle a Kuraray Noritake, a Larry Zeno, queremos agradecerle mucho a todo el equipo, Steve Klein y Manabu Suzuki, por ser personas que están apoyando esto, y ellos están haciendo esto posible para que usted en su hogar, en tu laboratorio, en tu casa, donde estés, puedas recibir esta información. Y sin más, tenemos a nuestro gran amigo, un gran profesional dental, con mucha experiencia, mucho conocimiento, pero un gran corazón también, nuestro amigo Edgar Munoz. Edgar, the floor is yours.
Gracias, Edgar, gracias. Vamos a sentarnos aquí y empezar este en vivo, que es algo nuevo para mí. También no tengo mucho tiempo también haciendo esto en español. Mi español es bueno. Yo, como te digo, mis padres son mexicanos, son de Oaxaca, pero yo como yo estoy aquí desde chico, de aquí soy, de Estados Unidos, de California, Santa Cruz, California. Casi el español aquí pues no se usa para mí mucho, pero perdonen el español. Hay términos dentales que de verdad no he usado tan bien. Y pues muchas gracias por tener paciencia conmigo también. Vamos a empezar a hacer esto en español un poco más seguido, ayudar a la comunidad latina. Ya saben, ustedes tienen a muchos técnicos ahí en México muy buenos. Oreo de la Mata, hay Julio, y hay 2 Julios ahí en México que son representantes, ayudantes, maestros de Noritake y Kuraray. So, ustedes tienen un buen una buena educación ahí en México ya ahorita, y por eso yo no he ido casi mucho a México, pero me están pidiendo de ir y hacer esto un poco más, y lo voy a hacer para educar, enseñar y nomás darle todo el conocimiento que me han dado a mí. Quiero que primero, ahora lo que vamos a hacer es empezar con materiales, explicarles. Tenemos muchas preguntas de los materiales. Sé que con los otros en vivos que han sido de Noritake estas últimas semanas son más avanzados. Nosotros no tenemos el tiempo hoy, nomás va a ser una hora de hacer esto en vivo, una hora. No tenemos el tiempo para entrar en lo que es lo avanzado. Vamos a dejar todo básico. También vamos a hacer un poco de ExoCAD, diseñar algo en ExoCAD para ayudarle a la comunidad que está pide lo que es más ExoCAD. Vamos a darles esa información. Pero también tenemos algo de regalar también en el futuro hoy. Tenemos un disco para regalar, y casi no, y va a ser Estados Unidos, pero si están en México algo, vamos a intentar a ver cómo mandarlos. Dane Barlow ha ido mucho a México, vamos a preguntarle a ver cómo los está mandando a México. Hay diferentes maneras, amor, pero vamos a ver si les podemos llegar uno. Sé que hay unos doctores también tenemos los bloques, no nomás los discos, pero los bloques. Si quieren más información, mándenos un mensaje y intentamos ayudarles a que obtengan uno de estos productos. Y empezamos hoy. Como les digo, es mucha información de darles en una sola hora. Lo que voy a hacer es primero explicarles un poco de los discos, de las opciones que tenemos. Y con Katana, Noritake, tenemos los katanas. Van a oír Kuraray y van a oír Noritake. Y son la misma la compañía, ya se han juntado. Kuraray hace más lo que es resinas y cementos. Y also, can you pull that up my head? Only you can see my head.
What is it?
Yeah, right up, because I can see only the top of my head. Yeah. There we go. I was seeing like the ear, but that's fine. Ya estamos bien, nomás corregimos ahorita la cámara. En nuestro departamento, lo que es siliconia, tenemos diferentes opciones, y es dependiendo en la fuerza y la translucidez de los discos. Y para nosotros somos 5 opciones, tenemos 5 opciones de discos. Muchas veces hablamos de Katana, y Katana los pensamos como que es un disco solo de multicapas, pero hay 5 diferentes ahora. El primero que les voy a dejar ver es lo que es el UTML, y este es de 550 de fuerza. MPA, megapixels de México, no sé, megapíxeles, no sé exactamente, pero comenten cualquier cosa que lo diga mal, para que aprendan yo también, y Hezekiah, porque estamos queriendo hacer esto un poco más seguido. Términos que estamos diciendo a lo mejor mal, pero para que nos ayuden también. Pero el UTML es lo que es el más translucidez entre todos los 5 discos. Este lo usamos más como para carillas, para lo que es inlays, onlays, y casi es todo lo que se usa, más y para mí me ha reemplazado lo que es el IMAX. Para mí son este disco. El segundo va a ser el Katana STML, y es 750 de megapíxeles, MPAs, megapixels. Y es lo que pensábamos, que este disco iba a venderse un poco más, que sería el número 1 por la translucidez. Pero lo que pasó aquí en los Estados Unidos es que se vendió más el STML, y más porque es un disco más universal. Se pueden usar para carillas igual, carillas, coronas, y también puentes de 3 unidos, y se usa también en el lado clínico, y es lo que sacaron los bloques de STML, los sacaron para el lado clínico. Ahora los doctores pueden usar este bloque en la clínica con su fresadora y sintetizarlos. De empezar hasta el final son 2 horas de lo que hemos calculado con este bloque. So ya se puede hacer el mismo día una corona en la oficina acá, la oficina clínica. Después de estos dos, de este disco, el que seguirá va a ser los discos anaranjados, y posiblemente todavía hay 3 en circulación, pero ya nomás quedan 2. El primero que les voy a enseñar es el HTML 1100 de fuerza de MPa, megapíxeles de fuerza, y este disco es multicapa igual como los últimos 2 que les enseñé. Antes eran 2 separados, eran HT y ML separados. Todavía hay unos discos que andan ahí de ML, pero ya no los van a tener. Ya va a ser ahora HTML. Y el HT es el mismo anaranjado color, es 1100 de fuerza igual que este, solo que este es solo color, no es multicapa, es un color. Y esto es lo que pasa, que vienen en color, no vienen como A y B y C, sino que vienen en números como H10, y simplemente son la área del color. No, esto puede ser un color A bajo o A oscuro, por eso pero estos los usan más como para lo que es all-on-4, all-on-6, los restauraciones de implantes completos, y este es el que usan. Is anybody out there right now?
No, not right now.
To give away something? Let me see here. Yeah, so hoy, como les digo, es básicamente más para darles información, porque nos han pedido mucha información de los productos, de las opciones que tenemos. Porque con Kuraray y Noritake, como les digo, hacen cementos, hacen porcelanas, hacen desde el principio al terminar una restauración, y por eso hoy nomás les quería enseñar casi más. Hicimos 2 lives en vivos en inglés. Se pueden ir al canal de Hezekiah, Lab Media TV. Va a dejar el link para su canal en Instagram también.
Ajá, en Instagram está en el bio.
Está ahí el link para que vayan a su canal, y ahí, como les digo, está en inglés, pero pueden verlo. Muchos de ustedes sí entienden también, pero así lo pueden ver.
Y también están los captions en español y en el idioma que ellos necesitan.
Está como están
los
subtítulos en español. Y pues ahora casi los voy a enseñar rápidamente casi los kits que usamos. Otra vez les digo, vamos en el futuro a hacer esto un poco más seguido y detalladamente enseñarles cómo usamos esto, porque los enseñamos, los usamos en inglés, pero lo hicimos en 8 horas ayer, 7 horas ayer, y ahora 4 horas. Tuviéramos que tener mucho más tiempo para entrar más detalladamente así en estos kits, pero este kit es para maquillar afuera del diente, exterior del diente, y es de baja temperatura, 750 de temperatura de altura, de temperatura alta, pero es muy bueno. También lo pueden usar para litio de silicato. Y el glaze pues viene como les digo, en áreas del color del A, B, C y D. No vienen en cada como A1 o K2, sino que viene en lo que es la área de la A. También viene con 2 los glaseos, uno en super claro y el glaseo regular, que es un poco más como opaco. Tiene un poco más como vista como nube, pues no está limpio, no está tan claro, pero tiene cervicales, mamelón, tiene floro blanco, todos los azules, los grises. Tiene muchas opciones para hacer correcciones entre el color y el esmalte de las coronas. Y el otro kit que les quería enseñar es el internal kit. Es maquillajes de internalmente para lo que es el zirconia. Y este kit es para zirconia. So, hay dos diferentes. El CSTR es para el zirconia y el X3 que es para el metal. So, va a haber color verde. Si ve el color verde en lo que es el label de la caja, es para el metal. Y lo que es el morado es para zirconia. So, siempre nomás tengan cuidado con sus botellas, porque las botellas a veces uno anda deprisa y si se mixtean van a tener problemas en sus restauraciones, todo lo que es su porcelana. Deja ver quién está allí. I don't think anybody's there. Let's see. Y ahorita si tienen preguntas después de este en vivo, todavía pueden comentar abajo de este video, y Hezekiah y yo vamos a estar monitoreando todo lo que es el video. It cut off a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, lo vamos a monitorear todas las preguntas y los vamos a estar siguiendo y respondiendo a cualquier pregunta que tengan. Como les digo, no tenemos muchos seguidores lo que es en Latinoamérica, Colombia, México, porque no hemos hecho pues esto en lo que es en español. Pero por favor, manden sus preguntas, sus comentarios o cosas que quieran saber o ver, para que en el futuro los empecemos a enseñar y enséñenos todo eso. Ahora, como les digo, voy a poder, yo creo que a lo mejor los cambiamos aquí a este lado, hacemos un molar con porcelana. También lo que vamos a hacer mejor, ya que estamos aquí, empezamos con ExoCAD.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y hacemos el ExoCAD, un diseño algo rápido para que ustedes vean cómo o qué hago yo en un laboratorio para diseñar, porque lo que es importante es desde el principio mirar qué color va a salir estas restauraciones, qué clase de maquillaje van a querer usar, y empezar con el disco correcto, translucidez y color.
Switch to that camera.
Okay, so vamos aquí en el screen para que ustedes vean. Vamos a empezar algo en ExoCAD. A ver.
Los hispanohablantes que tenemos aquí en Instagram, vamos a estar cambiando ahora a YouTube, o les invito a que cambien a YouTube a causa de que ahora va Edgar a comenzar una sesión de ExoCAD, y por Instagram no es tan efectivo. En YouTube está toda la pantalla en claro y es 100 veces mejor. Entonces los vemos ahí. Un abrazo.
Yeah, so como les digo, estamos en Instagram y en Facebook y en YouTube. So vamos a estar cambiando a diferentes cámaras, pero estamos monitoreando Hezekiah todo lo que está pasando. So cualquier pregunta nomás los digan. Y como les digo, después de este en vivo lo va a hacer post en su canal de YouTube, y abajo todavía mándenos las preguntas, todo lo que es comentarios, porque él va a seguir haciendo esto con diferentes técnicos. Si quieres un técnico diferente, nomás los dices a quién y intentamos saber qué podemos hacer. Pero hoy lo que les voy a enseñar es a ver, como este caso era dos implantes, porque mucha gente también me están preguntando cómo diseñar estos implantes. Y lo que usamos aquí es los como lo que les decimos scan bodies. Son como puntos donde les voy a sacar uno para enseñarles. So, tienen que buscar una compañía que estén a gusto de usar, que tengan partes de implantes y estos puntos importantes que se llaman scan bodies. En español no sé cómo se llaman, pero básicamente lo que esto hace es le da la información, cuando se escanea le dan la información a ExoCAD para colocar el implante digitalmente aquí, para diseñarlo y encontrar el implante exactamente. Y estos en Estados Unidos hay muchas compañías que ya los hacen. En México, Latinoamérica, Colombia no sé exactamente, pero si hay ya compañías, si o ustedes los compran de aquí o los mandan. pero esto es lo que vamos a usar hoy en este caso de implante. Ya todo está escaneado, y porque se tarda un poco para escanear, no lo quise escanear en vivo, no tenemos mucho tiempo, pero básicamente esto ya está escaneado. Lo hice de un modelo de 3D imprimido de resina. Aquí está el modelo, es un trabajo todavía que tengo que terminar, pero es un modelo que es imprimido con resina, con una imprimadora 3D, y ya con los análogos adentro del modelo. So, tenemos un modelo físico y tenemos el modelo aquí en el CAD. So, así básicamente después de escaneado va a empezar lo que es el ExoCAD, ya teniendo toda la información. Los scan bodies, los que son aquí en verde, es lo que escaneamos. Otra vez es para darle la información al sistema para colocar los implantes digitalmente. Y ya teniendo la librería de esa compañía, porque tienen que escoger la misma compañía que vende el scan body y las partes para que todo quede igual a lo que va a fresar. Si no, dentro de cada base de diferentes compañías tienen diferente diseño, y si no usan la misma compañía, el diseño no le va a quedar a la restauración, porque muchos tienen diferentes canales o diferentes diseños en la base. So, usen la misma compañía. Aquí lo que vamos a usar, no importa la compañía, el nombre hoy, nomás usan la librería. Vamos a usar hoy, este es de compañía de implante, la voy a buscar aquí. TSV. Sí. Y tengo una librería grandísima, es duro a veces de... Aquí está. So, ya que tenemos la información y la librería correcta con el implante correcto, le va a dejar escoger lo que es el diente, y aquí te va a decir diente 29, diente 30, y lo escoges. Voy a intentar esto otra vez. Ok, déjame ver si sirve. Ok, ya está sirviendo. Bueno, aquí es donde vas a escoger la medida y la altura de la base que vas a usar. Como en esta compañía tiene nomás el 4.0 y el 5.0 de altura, hoy vamos a usar el 5.5 de altura, más porque tenemos tanto espacio, queremos la altura más alta con la base. Y escogemos el diente 29. Presionamos aquí para que se alinee todo automáticamente, y le ponemos siguiente. Todo esto sé que es en inglés, pero le pueden cambiar en el ExoCAD a qué lenguaje quieren, si lo quieren en español. Sí. Y te sigue a dar la opción para ahora hacer el segundo implante que tenemos aquí, el número 30. Igual lo presionas en la parte que esté plana. No está alineado, solo le vas a poner auto alinear. Se va a alinear automáticamente, y así seguimos. Así le da la información al sistema y el AutoCAD de dónde está tu implante exactamente, para que todo quede igual. Esto está la información, ya está el implante, y también aquí el implante. Ahí se ve mejor con luz. Pero si ven, ya está el implante y la base de metal. En este paso ya es de buscar el perfil de lo que va a usar en la encía. Hoy lo vamos a dejar normal. Normalmente va a escoger lo que es la encía, el perfil de la encía. Pero como hoy nomás lo vamos a seguir, sería el perfil aquí. Está el perfil un poco... como lo hicimos rápido, lo escaneamos rápido, está un poco de la información no está aquí, por eso no la vamos a usar hoy. y te va a seguir a dar las coronas, los dientes. Y aquí nomás se va a colocar a donde lo quieres colocar. Y aquí tienes que ser lo mejor posible de colocar todo lo más posible a donde va todo. Y en el futuro vas a poder cambiar diferente anatomía del diente y diferentes oclusión, los contactos. Lo vamos a hacer aquí rápidamente. Son las 12:30, tenemos media hora. Otra vez vamos a terminar esto rápido y a ver si les tengo tiempo de enseñar un poco de la cerámica. Otra vez es algo nuevo para nosotros aquí hacer esto en español, pero si les gustó esto o les gusta seguir, díganos para seguir haciendo esto un poco más seguido y ayudándoles con los básicos. Otra vez nosotros, especialmente yo, voy a empezar con los básicos para que tengamos la base, la fundación de todo esto, de los materiales, y ustedes entiendan un poco más. Y no quiero confundirlos con cosas muy drásticas, muy detalladamente. En el futuro lo podemos hacer. Disculpa. Ahora vamos a seguir con los canales y los ángulos de estas coronas. Un ExoCAD me gusta más porque tiene más opciones, como cambiar los canales. Vemos que este canal está un poco muy al frente. Posiblemente esto los podría dar problemas en el futuro con fracturas. Vamos a cambiar el ángulo de esto y lo puedes cambiar, y si está muy en un ángulo te va a dar un color rojo. Solo tienes que cambiar hasta que esté amarillo. Nosotros hoy lo vamos a dejar como en 12 grados para corregir, y este lo vamos a dejar en 0. Otra vez, a veces lo que pasa es que cuando los coloca ya en este paso, quita mucho de lo que está alrededor de la encía y se ve más como un cono. Lo que pueden hacer es guardar esto como un encerrado, un wax up digitalmente. Como está todo bien alineado aquí, lo pueden guardar. Deja ver la information. Okay, lo guardan así. Aquí en el botón de guardar, guardan la escena. Todo lo que está en la escena lo pueden guardar. Y lo vamos a poner como wax up digital test, y lo guardan en formato STL. Todo lo que es visible, ¿sí? Y va a guardar todo lo que es visible, y lo guardamos como wax up, y les voy a enseñar cómo y por qué. Vamos a ir a seguir el segundo paso. Aquí es donde pueden cambiar lo que es lo bajo de la restauración, lo que está pegando con la base metal. Pero hoy no vamos a meternos mucho en esto complicado. Eso después se los enseño. Ahora, como vio, el sistema les va a quitar mucho de lo que diseñamos. Vamos a meter el wax up hoy. Expert, van a tener que meterse en experto, herramienta, y las herramientas está el remover y agregar lo que es el mesh, y aquí los va a dejar el pre-op, que ese es el wax up antes de la preparación, el wax up, y aquí está el wax up digital que guardamos, y lo va a incluir ahora en el diseño, y le va a presionar OK, y para atrás del wizard de advanced va a tener que otra vez regresar al wizard, que es el normal y no es el experto. Y aquí es donde vamos a irnos dos pasos para adelante y llegamos a esto, lo que es adaptar al wax up a lo que antes teníamos, y le vamos a presionar que lo haga automáticamente, y te va a rellenar todo lo que teníamos antes de que me quitara todo eso. Por eso queremos guardar siempre los wax ups a ese punto, y así es mucho más fácil terminar la restauración digitalmente y no tener que hacerlo a mano. Se va a tardar un buen tiempo, 30 segundos, 15, 30 segundos. Más déjalo, no le impresione nada, déjalo que haga lo que tiene que hacer el sistema para regresarlo al wax up. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar todo. A veces es mucho para agregar y lo que tenemos que hacer es rellenar un poco para el sistema y ayudarlo. Y la razón que hoy estamos enseñando es esto, que uno, porque los han pedido, y dos, yo en mi laboratorio es lo que hago más, las restauraciones más que hago son implantes, y quiero que nomás vean cómo se diseñan rápido y qué materiales estoy usando, qué circonia, qué katana, igual que productos, porque casi todo ahorita es 90% de lo que es Noritake. Y por eso estamos aquí hoy, enseñándoles, ayudándoles ahora con estos tiempos, con este virus. Tenemos mucho tiempo para enseñar. Pero si ven, le agregué aquí lo que teníamos que agregarle. Y estamos para atrás donde estábamos antes, porque cuando lo adaptamos no se adaptó todo. Ahora vamos así, ahora sí dejar que se adapte completamente. Como les digo, esto es más para ayudarles que hagan esto más rápido, porque muchas veces esto debería tardarse 5 minutos por cada unido y seguir. Esto fácilmente 20 por día diseños, es muy fácil ya cuando entienden cómo hacer esto. También lo pueden hacer sin el scan body, el punto de scan marker, scan body, le dicen muchos nombres aquí en inglés. En español me dicen cómo se llama esto, por favor, para aprender. Esto, si los pueden hacer sin esto, simplemente van a tener que escanear la base como una preparación. Le ponen wax arriba para sellar el hoyo y luego lo escanean. Posiblemente van a tener que usar un spray, porque la luz refleja el metal. Para parar esa reflexión usan un spray. Usan también, yo he visto que usen esto, que es realmente para los modelos. Venden uno específicamente para lo que es esto, pero se puede usar estos quick checks. HP Dental también tiene uno que es Harvest Dental. También usan el spray de los pies de los patos atletas, es lo mismo, nomás lo usan más fino, poco menos. Usan sprays, hay muchos sprays, cualquiera que quieran usar está bien, pero también con lo que sea metal le tienen que poner spray. Ahora, ya hizo su adaptación. Y seguimos al siguiente paso. Si vieron que lo rellenó el wax up, como lo hicimos. Si es un wax up a mano, lo pueden escanear, igual guardarlo como lo que es en formato STL, y en el futuro lo pueden meter aquí. A mano o digitalmente se puede guardar. Rápidamente vamos a terminar esto para seguir y con unos productos de Noritake. Aquí en Estados Unidos, pues los que manejan aquí para nosotros es Larry Zeno. En México creo que es MDC, no tengo mucha relación con ellos, no los conozco mucho, pero creo que ellos los pueden guiar a estos productos. Sé que unos no van a estar ahí en México. No sé si tengan lo que es el FC Paste, lo que le enseñé de baja temperatura. Si no los tienen, mándame un mensaje, yo puedo comunicarles eso aquí a Estados Unidos y a ver si pueden a lo mejor mandar un mensaje para ayudarles que tengan estos productos. Pero igual, como les digo, aquí nosotros somos base aquí en Estados Unidos. Pero nos han pedido mucho de enseñarles un poco de lo que es Noritake. Y pedimos permiso con Noritake aquí en Estados Unidos para hacer esto. So, es oficialmente aquí con Noritake que nos dio el permiso de hacer esto. Y así, vamos a dejar estas así, porque no tenemos mucho tiempo. Pero nos imaginemos que ya esto está correctamente bien, oclusión bien, contactos bien. Se pueden adaptar también aquí los contactos en aproximar y que corten y solo se adaptan. Pero a veces lo que pasa es contactos también incluye todo lo que contactan. En CIA incluye contactos, por eso esta vez se adaptó así. So, hoy no vamos a usar esa adaptación, lo dejamos como estaba. Lo dejamos así por ahorita. Y en esta parte lo que pueden hacer también rápidamente enseñarles es si quieren hacer un cortar el facialmente de 0.5 a un rebaje. So, lo que pueden hacer es rebajar esto en esta parte. Para tener esta opción, cuando empiezan en el ExoCAD, tienen que escoger lo que es el coping. En español no sé qué sería, pero es el coping. Si usan corona autonómica, no les va a dar esa opción. Tienen que usar esta opción de coping. Nomás para que, si no lo ven, es por esa razón. Si hay alguien allí, veo gente allí, digan hola, ¿cómo están? Saludos, y si tienen preguntas, igual aquí está Edgar, que es el que está grabando con su compañía y todo su equipo de Lab Media TV. Ahorita él les puede dar una introducción de dónde están los Estados Unidos y más de su canal de YouTube. También Dane Barlow tenías la otra semana, él hizo un live con Dane Barlow, 7-8 horas creo.
Yeah, it was 9 hours.
9 horas igual, hizo una transmisión con Dane Barlow. Todos los conocen ahí en México, Latinoamérica. Y también vayan a su canal, está en inglés, pero hay partes en español. Sí, so Dane también hizo esto en español. Igual, perdone un poco los términos dentales que de verdad no los uso mucho aquí. Hay unos que no sé qué son, y si les pregunto, ayúdenme aquí abajo, comenten abajo. Especialmente lo que quiero saber es este scan body. ¿Cómo le llaman en español? ¿Cómo le dicen en español? Lo que es el punto del scan. So aquí seleccionan todo y solo presionen el botón de Shift y va a salir la luz roja. Lo que es la luz roja va a ser donde van a reducir, y rápidamente seleccionan qué parte de la corona quieren reducir. So, vamos a hacer esto rápido. Dice que esto es lo que quieren reducir. Lo dejamos y aplicamos y lo reduzca. Por si quieren poner porcelana facialmente, en la corona te lo reduce fácilmente y rápido. Ahora todo esto se hace mucho más complicado. Hay mucho más en esto. Esto nomás simplemente se lo estamos enseñando rápido. Queremos enseñarle un poco más de la cerámica. So, vamos a seguir rápido y terminar esta corona. Ahora vamos a poner el botón para hacer esto un poco más no tan agresivo, y es el smooth aquí. Y otra vez, ahora estamos aquí en laboratorio en Atlanta, Georgia, en Gainesville, Georgia. Es donde aquí está mi laboratorio dental. Cualquier cosa, mándenos mensajes por Instagram, por aquí, y haremos esto un poco más seguido. Como les digo, y ustedes tienen unos gran ceramistas, gran técnicos ahí en México, por eso no ha puesto atención, no ha hecho estos streams mucho. Pero sí, lo están pide y pide. Y yo me concentro más en lo que es básico, fundación de todos estos, más para prevenir problemas. Porque sí, como le digo, yo puedo hacer todo también muy detalladamente, los los maquillajes, yo puedo meterme en los valores, las encías, la tonalidad un poco más, pero no, hoy no podemos. Esto ya está listo, como ven, para la reducción. Originalmente se ve aquí, y todo lo que reducimos, ese era punto 4.5 de reducción, y ya seguimos. Están listos y los guardemos. Aquí es el paso donde van a hacer el canal de donde va a entrar el screw channel, lo que le dicen. Casi siempre lo dejo así como me lo da, porque siempre está casi correcto, pero a veces uno no tiene espacio, se puede mover. Pero si ven, estos diseños son de esta compañía. Hay otros que ponen líneas, hay otros que ponen más cuadrado, y por eso tienen que usar el scan body con la base de metal igual de la misma compañía, para que cuando se fresea esto quede y no estén cambiándole. Este tiene dos diseños, uno cuadrado y uno más cilindro, más redondo. So, pongan atención que usen los mismos, si no van a fresar y no les va a quedar la base de metal. Con Noritake usamos para juntar lo que es el zirconia y la base. Usamos where's my Panavia?
The what now?
Panavia V5.
Here.
Please. Yeah, thank you. So, usamos aquí lo que es el Panavia V5 V5. So, este kit, no sé si lo tengan ahí, pero pregunten por él en su distribuidor. Esto lo usamos, ese es el cemento para juntar la zirconia. Viene con lo que es el primer cerámica y el primer del diente, porque esto es más para clínico. No tienen que usar el del diente, solo usen el que es para el cerámica. Lo que van a hacer es ponerle en la base de metal un poco, y luego en el diente un poco, y lo dejen secar y ya está listo para el cemento. Panavia V5, súper bueno, búsquenlo. Si no, mándenme un mensaje a ver qué yo puedo hacer para ayudarles, para que tengan un poco de esto en su laboratorio. Ahora van a ver diferentes cementos con Kuraray, so úsenlos, todos casi lo mismo. Estos sí se juntan con el diente, el zirconia con el diente, es muy importante. Hay una junta que es química, y si es posible, hay gente que dice que no, pero sí se juntan los dos con el diente y zirconia. Es un químico MDP, que es básicamente, como les digo, es un bond, una junta química, y sirve muy bien. Cuando los doctores quieren quitar las coronas, esto se junta tan bueno que tienen que usar a veces 5 o 10 fresas de diamante para quitarlo, porque se junta súper bien. Si quieren más más información, díganme y les hacemos algo. Son las 12:45, no los va a tener mucho tiempo para hacer algo en cerámica con diente hoy. Lo que voy a hacer es, deja explicarles rápido antes que se vaya y se acabe esto. Que muchas veces se están confundiendo con está bien esto. Cuando estén usando la porcelana, yo sé que les han dicho esto múltiples veces, pero es muy importante porque nos han preguntado mucho de esto, y es dentinas. Recuerden, han tenido muchos problemas, me han preguntado por qué mi esmalte, creo que es el esmalte, porque no tiene translucidez, o porque no pasa la luz, porque se ve muy opaco. Y es básicamente porque la dentina, obviamente dentina, pero lo que es la esmalte E1, E2 y 3 es dentina igual. Es básicamente usándolo para hacer una transición entre dentina y esmalte y translucidez. Si están usando solo la dentina y esmalte, no van a tener esa translucidez que están buscando. necesitan usar nuestros opalescents, que es el opalescentes, creo, y translucideces, que tenemos las translucideces y opalescentes separados. Son dos diferentes. Estos es donde es su translucidez real en estos. Y tenemos nuevos que salieron. A ver si los encuentro para enseñarlos. Los nuevos que salieron para IX3, que es metal, y salieron para CCTR, CCR. También salieron para este sistema. Lo que sacaron fue el T-Clear, que es un claro, super claro, es literalmente super claro. Si tienen problemas calibrando su horno, antes era el TX, ahora es el T-Clear, pero usen esto, agarren nomás lo que es una, no sé cómo le dicen, el washer. Busquen una de estas, aquí se le dice el washer, no sé cómo se dice en español pero lo rellenan de cerámica y lo sacan como una pastilla y lo cocinan en su horno. Si el T-Clear no sale claro, tienen que subir de temperatura. Otra vez, estos son básicos en cerámica, pero mucha gente está empezando en cerámica, vienen de removibles, y desde acá también hemos tenido muchos técnicos que están empezando en cerámica y necesitan básicos. Muchos ya ustedes saben, seguro están, no, ya sabemos eso, pero recuerden que siempre viene un técnico atrás de nosotros que necesita los básicos. Si están teniendo problemas con lo que es el horno, que no esté calibrado, pues que uno de estos rellénenlo de cerámica y les van a salir así pastillas. Se cocinan y lo cocinan hasta que salga claro, y es una manera básica para calibrar el horno, y es lo que yo uso aquí en el laboratorio. También sacó el LT Super Luster o opalescente, super opalescente, opalescence, creo que es opalescente. Muchas de estos, como les digo, perdónanos con el español, con unos términos español, como les digo, aquí casi no los usamos, pero también nos queremos aprender. Comenten abajo todo esto, lo que le estamos pidiendo. Pero también salió el LT Royal Blue, el Coral, que es como un rosa, y el LTX. Son para que ustedes sepan que estos colores ya salieron, y como les digo, Oriol de la Mata, él enseña mucho más detalladamente, y quiero hacerlo un poco más en el futuro también, igual yo, pero es un gran maestro, aprendo yo también mucho de él, especialmente cuando yo empecé hace unos años. Ya tengo 19 años haciendo esto, yo me acuerdo de él desde que empecé, y él está enseñando, enseña mucho, hace todo, muchos lives, y júntense con él. Es uno de los instructores de nosotros de Noritake, y como les digo, vamos a empezar a hacer más seguido, estos lives más seguido. Es de acá me va a enseñar un poco cómo hacer el setup y tener todo ya listo para hacer esto un poco más. Igual él va a tener técnicos como Dane, que hablan español, síguenlo por favor a su canal. Y por hoy yo creo que va a ser todo, es todo lo que le puedo enseñar. Como ya son las 12:51, tengo la pasta también el Pearl Surface para la pasta para darle glaseo a las columnas motolíticas o como porcelana. Pero algo que quieres agregar.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, un fuerte abrazo a toda la comunidad hispanohablante. Let me just switch it up here just so that I know exactly what. Let's pull this up real quick. There we go. All right. Entonces, un abrazo fuerte a toda la comunidad hispanohablante. Estamos buscando seguir compartiendo la información que estamos reuniendo tremendos profesionales dentales. Esperamos que esto le esté añadiendo a usted, a su laboratorio, a su clínica, mucho valor. Si usted gustaría escuchar de algún profesional dental o un tema en específico, déjenos saber. Y estamos con mucho gusto, estamos buscando el poderle servir por este medio. Entonces, un saludo a toda la familia dental hispanohablante, ya sea aquí en los Estados Unidos o Latinoamérica, donde usted se encuentra. Le enviamos un fuerte abrazo y esperamos que usted y su familia estén a salvos. Seguimos orando por usted donde quiera que usted esté, y también le pedimos sus oraciones por nosotros, ya que nosotros, un servidor está viajando a menudo en medio de todo esto. Entonces, una vez más, un abrazo, un saludo a todos de Lab Media TV, también de Kuraray Noritake, que hizo una how do you say partnership, una unión con nosotros para poder hacer esto. También Edgar Munoz, we appreciate you, brother, de Elite Dental Studios y Elite Munoz, para que ustedes sigan a cada uno de nosotros en las redes sociales. Dios les bendiga y hasta pronto.